Hello, Rebel, and welcome to yet another Full Metal stream, covering yet more playoff action. It is me, Full Metal. Hello, McNugget. It's such a good one, isn't it? It's such a good one. How's it going, bud? I am joined by the wonderful, the marvellous, the rather lovely fella, XS himself.
Hey, g'day mate, how you doing today?
I was hoping you were paying attention and actually were going to respond to that, because I just
Don't
given
you
you the best intro, the hottest intro in Rebel right there, and you would have just like went, who?
Oh, yeah, that's me, sure. I don't particularly agree with half those things, but yeah, I'll go with it.
Swagtusk, this is my third already, mate. Oh, Swagtusk, you may enjoy that my latest emote got approved, but 1 hour ago.
Just in time for the game.
You will find an extra remote in your remote bank. I hope you like it. I was quite pleased it actually went through. I wasn't sure if it'd get approved or not. But anyway, shall we talk about the teams, XS? No, not that one. That one's been there a while. That one's been there a while.
It's Juan Diaz. That's a classic.
Juan Diaz. It's so good. It's so good. That's been there a while.
What do you pay for that, man? It's not enough. That's fantastic.
I paid philosophical nothing but respect. There we go. It is always podcast day, my dudes, when you have the podcast day, my dudes Twitch emote. Yeah, Murdery Space Elf Troupe. Motley is no stranger to the league. He's been around a long time, and it's Dark Elves. Apparently, he brought the wrong army book, which is why he's Murdery, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I get it. It's supposed to be like like Dark Eldar or something, whatever they're called. Anyway,
I'm not too sure, but yeah, like Dark Elf team, 2 seasons old, right? Finished second place of REBBL 4B.
Check this guy out. He's done the research. I haven't done the research. He's done the research.
Yeah,
no.
I got the call. I got the call instead of eating my dinner. I'm like, oh, I got half an hour. Chuck some research in there.
Mate, it's like I'm aware that there are teams outside of Division 5A this season, but I haven't paid much attention to. I've been kind of busy this season. No. Yeah, look at this. I'm liking the names. I think there's been a lot of death if you go by the numerical addendums to the names.
Yeah, that's a graveyard and a half, actually.
Mel Gibson is the only positional that hasn't died at least once. Wow.
You look at that graveyard, there is a starting roster of Dark Elves in that graveyard. For Munters, 2 Witchells, plenty of linemen.
Yeah, this has been a turnover. He's still only got 10 guys now, but he's got a lot of guard for a Dark Elf team.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you can take him away from the Dwarves, but you can't take the Dwarf coach out of these Dark Elves, right?
Yeah.
More guard than he has a lot of things. That's amazing, not a guard.
I think he's got as much guard as he's got blodgers, which is impressive.
Yeah, it's still an left to go for the big O, but I mean...
He hasn't got the stat-offs. Yeah, Mighty Blow Witch Elf, we'd love to see some of that. Wrestle on the other Witch Elf.
Absolutely.
Blodge Step Fend, which is probably the ball carrier?
You say that lack of short hands, though, so, I mean, it's elf, so you can pass it around.
Yeah, but he's probably the safest person to have the ball on, let's say.
Plus, there's no runner, so there's no real designated ball carrier at this point.
Yeah, what we're going to do next is we're going to take a note of the 1560 team value, and then we're going to go and look at his opponent, who is the rather marvellously named. I'm a huge fan of this. I mean, as soon as I saw this team name, I was like, I kind of want to cover this, because the team name's quality. We oink when we bonk you, is the team name here. And it's Bretonians. I didn't know it was Bretonians.
Oh.
That's how little research I've done.
I thought like oink and like, it's probably orcs, whatever, pigs. I was very happy to see Bretonians, and what a team they are too. Nicely developed.
It's you know what, you say nice and developed. I actually say really, really thin on the ground. That's not a lot of level ups. They came.
It's a one season. It's a 1 season team because they wrap up last season.
Do you need me to show you my Bretonian team? 5F they came from.
Well, we all don't have the one. Potentially a most killiest player in 1 season.
He is the most killiest player in 1 season by 2.
Oh, he actually got it
by 2 casualties.
Oh, good idea.
The new kill record for a single player is now 36 casualties in 1 season.
That's nuts. There are teams that don't reach that.
I know it's so good. But yeah, they are looking a little thinly developed. There is a very nice blitzer in there with the plus move, sidestep, and dodge.
See, that's a ball carrier.
That's your one-turn threat as well. That's actually quite a serious one-turn threat with the sidestep and the plus movement and catch and dodge. really good for it.
It's all built in. The only problem is it's 3, but who cares? You know.
Yeah, well,
That's the stat line. It's like a tanky war answer, like 8338.
I think they didn't write boink because they ran out of space. That is like the maximum length of a team name. I'm assuming they could have went with just a U instead of the word U, but like I don't know. I like it. I like it. It's such a good team name. He's got triple guard, so he is actually outguarded by the Dark Elves, but he has got more players.
I mean, blockers, they tend to die in droves. They, having guard access on the team in armor 8 means they don't last. That said, one dead blocker, so what do I know?
I also want to point you to, Cyanide is to blame for this being a 9 out of 10 rather than a 10 out of 10. Look at the lawyers. Hello, Zeke.
We'll be in touch.
Yeah, like I said, Zeke, I don't know if you're in right at the start, but there is a brand new emote as you are a sub. So check out your emote bank. You've got a new one in the tank. So you can celebrate Podcast Day wherever you are. Anyway, the reason I said put a note in the team value disparity, it's not that big. It's 1470 here. So that's what, 50k?
No, because they got the Dark Elves will get a loan of this game to 1630 on according to REBBL.net for the next match.
Okay,
so
well,
the loaning coming in. So that's 160. That's a wizard.
That's a wizard. Is that a wizard? That's a wizard. It's a wizard.
Yeah, unless it's there's no dirty player, so the bribe will be nice.
Or is it a wizard, or is it a bribe and a babe?
If you had a dirty player, maybe, but
I would say that might be the weakness of this Brett team is that it doesn't have development on the linos, and it's like one of those things is like, well, do you want peasant development? It's like, well, they're kind of good, like 40k.
Oh, you got one that's sitting on 4 out of 6 SVP, and I don't believe it's 2 touchdowns. I think it's the season's got random casualties, and one's random.
If it was 2 touchdowns, it'd be 6 SVP, mate. It's 2 random casualties.
Yeah.
Or a touchdown and a pass, but I think we're really.
Oh yeah, badly pass, absolutely. That's what's going right.
But yeah, 4 out of 6 hours. You want dirty player on a couple, but also I've really this season with my Brett team especially, I've really taken to adding wrestle to them.
Oh, wrestle's great. Fed wrestle is obnoxiously good. I mean, push you can't do much.
No one wants to block you.
It sucks. it's awful because it's a 5+ now to knock you down, and I can't follow you up, or there's a 1 in 6 chance, or 2 in 6 chance I'm on the ground too. It just feels bad.
We've actually got a very, very special third guest coming. Look at that arrival, just in time. Mr. Swagtusk himself has arrived. Hello, mate.
Oh,
hello.
You're a bit quiet. Let's fix that on the fly.
We got a man of culture joining us, I see.
Man who understands Brett's.
I'm pretty sure he saw the Brett team name and was like, I have to be involved in what's coming.
I have to be. Anything is Brett's. I just have to.
It's his first love.
It's my only love.
I feel like we're just going to hear all stream that it's good, but it's not a Pom Peasant good.
It's not straightforward. Pom Peasant good. Let's get that right.
Yeah, get it right, metal.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Swag. I mean, my bad. So, what do we think? What are we expecting for this game? Are we expecting a wizard? Are we expecting a? Is XS echoing? Can't tell the difference. Wow. Okay.
Feels bad. What I expect? No tackle on the Bretts means they're going to be in for a bit of a rough time.
That being said, they do have 4 players with baked-in wrestle.
Yeah, they've wrestled, but they're outguarded. So I mean, apart from the LOS hits, and I mean that's also a reason you might consider a bribe because you go wrestle foul. But
I kind of like that. I like the bribe, babe, because I think when Bretts don't get like agi level ups, taking the wizard is a bit.
It's risky because recovery needs to be spot on if you're taking a wizard, and you're right, without agi 4, it's a bit dicey. And a bribe, potentially you can get more use out of it. And the babe, you will get more use out of it.
It doesn't even have sure hands, it's just lack of...
See, I mentioned that, yeah. Both don't have sure hands.
No sure hands. These Bretts outside of the plus movement one are decidedly average. Like, they're just really meh. You kind of want to get at least a double on one of them.
Yeah, going back to remind everyone of what Motley's team looks like. Motley, of course, as well. I don't know as much about the Burt coach, but I know Motley has been around in the league for a long old time. Played Dwarves for a very long time, so he's no stranger to playoff football.
He got wrecked in playoffs season 9, didn't he? And he rolled the team, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
And then got wrecked all through the season by the look of the graveyard.
Poor guy, can't get to break.
10 men, despite not having a dirty player, Fowling's probably his most reliable way. Wrestle down one of the blodgers, foul it off the field. It's probably what you need to go for.
Yeah, I agree, and especially with there being 2 tackle who both have guard on the Dark Elf team, they're a premium as far as like targeting goes, because they're blodge, so you've got to kind of fish for powers. They're really good at targeting Unites because they've both got tackle and they've got that very vital guard, which is going to make a huge difference in this matchup, I think. I kind of like the bribe into Babe, to be honest.
Yeah, plus keeps on the pitch in case it goes southwise. It's always nice to go. It's worth mentioning.
Break. They're good value.
No, good value. 87's great until it breaks. Always.
Good afternoon, Truk. How's it going, mate? Now, I am going to switch out onto the live logo for a moment. The reason for that is because I fancy looking for the game in Cabal TV, and we do not want to spoil the other ongoing game, which is over on Haringzod's channel. So if you haven't caught any of that, it is, in my opinion, Chaos from Laos, or Chaos from Laos.
Laos, please.
Yeah, but but then it doesn't rhyme. It's clearly supposed to look like it rhymes on paper.
Chaos from Laos.
Chaos from Laos. It doesn't work.
It's just the Admiral starring everyone else, though.
Admiral featuring Chaos team.
True. I recapped Motley this season. Let me tell you, disregard his team. He almost won the div with half an elf team with no double. Well, you can't say no doubles or stat-ups because, I mean, he's got 4 guard. Oh, those guard pieces are really new. Oh, okay. The other game is censored so as not to get back. The other game's going really well. Yeah, exactly. It's got to rhyme. Did none of you watch Wonky Donkey?
That's a negative.
Yeah,
that sounds... No, that sounds very British.
This game is not happening yet. I've just Motley in chat to see what
just give him a poke, see what's going on. I was going to mention that it was a Brett team, funny enough. They avoided, I think, was it G-Cell's fate on the Friday night.
What? G-Cell's fate?
Yeah.
G-Cell since that game?
Yeah, it's been 48 hours. They played 49 hours ago, so sucked in. Yeah.
Well, check out the rules lawyer here.
Yeah, no, I'm counting my base. I don't get banned in playoffs, man. Also, 48 hours.
Get banned for sport.
Who do these winners go on to play? Do we know who is the prize for winning this, or is that still redacted for?
I will go dig that up. You can give them what their potential matchup is.
I've got the thing here. Where are we? So it's bonk. We onk when we boink. They go on to play the winner. Oh god, that's a prize. The winner of Rat Shenanigans versus Team Fantastic. Yeah, that's a one. I'm sure they're both super eager to progress onwards in this bracket.
Yeah, so Skaven or the best team in REBBL.
Still haven't heard anything from Motley, and it's not happening. You know what? Let's go back to watching it. Look at the teams for a bit.
Best wooden spoon REBBL,
right? I did wonder if there was going to be some sort of petition to change the Wooden Spoon Award this season away from.
We're live, boys. We're live.
Are we live? Okay, good. I was like, change the Wooden Spoon this season away from the Wooden Spoon Award and turn it into Jimmy Fantastic and 7 guys who aren't winning.
Well.
No, I bet. No, I went for third. I would like to see him win something this season at least, even as a wooden spoon.
When I say oink, you say bonk. Oink, bonk, oink, bonk, oink, bonk. I bonked.
You were supposed to bonk.
I did bonk. I bonked for him. Thank you for the sub, McNugget. Enjoy your sub mods, dude. Let's have a look. Oh,
So is he a wizard?
Yeah, that's a wizard out there.
it was a 50-50, I think, between the two routes.
I think it's personal preference as well.
Dealer's choice, really.
I mean,
I don't mind the wizard at all, to be honest.
Oh, he can still foul. He's got a what, 2-man bench. He can still foul anyway.
Yeah, it's less effective without the dirty player, and it's certainly less effective, in my opinion, without the bribe, because...
Oh, I don't like a beer stand. That is definitely a Winmore Stadium.
Well, beer stand is actually quite good when you're the one with frenzy.
Well,
Not
beer
really
stand
anything.
means roster in play.
Yeah, rocks are in play. Pitch invasion's in play. Everyone who doesn't have a security gate has never lost to a pitch invasion, unless they're like got a weapon down.
No, Motley winning the toss, choosing the kick because she's like good elf teams. Generally
But,
kick.
I mean, how
defense
do we
first.
feel about this defensive lineup? That's what I have to reach out and say. That's bold.
That's an expensive lineup. I mean, it's hope I don't both down or power me.
This
I mean,
is
that's
just
it.
surely
It's
this is just blockers
real
on the line
hard.
and being over the moon when you roll a both down, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh
well, that
god,
yeah,
mighty blow on a blocker.
blocker. Yeah, that's the one thing because
Yes.
those blitzers I haven't rolled in. He hasn't mighty blow blitzer that's dead. Oh sorry, Gal blitzer that's dead. But he hasn't taken mighty blow on either one of them yet. So you have to make do when you can. You know, it's a good it's a good stopgap.
I hate mighty blow on a wrestle piece so much.
I hate it too, but you don't have a choice. Like, you can either
Yes, you do.
not.
He could have tackle.
You could.
Stand firm.
It's better to have it than not have it at all, though. You know.
So if we have it, we have it. You got also fame for Motley as well, because you know.
Yeah, well, he is an
Well,
older
five
team,
actor.
so you tend to find fame goes towards the older teams.
Yeah, but when you're really winning, like when you win a very very dominant like one season team, you do rack up the fan factor quite quickly.
Okay,
Yeah,
apparently
really
this
had
is
those crap games to do.
this vintage Motley. Apparently, he aggressively uses his blood steppers to tag players.
James.
Sounds like Jape.
That could that could tell you why he's got such a big graveyard.
That's really greedy. It's really greedy, but yeah, it is.
I
It's when
understand. He
it
has
works,
loners. Why would you not put that in the LOS?
Because he doesn't want
Exactly.
knockdowns. He wants all of his players in play.
I'm going to say it's going to be wrestle power with a mighty blow, and then he's going to be like, okay, foul the guard one, and then both guards are gone.
Well, the game's
It's a bold claim.
the game is off. High kick directly to a knight's hands.
Catch being useless.
Nice catch, idiot.
Catch is so good. It's just so good.
Best.
It's no sure hands, but yeah.
Well, you know, if he'd
Typically
caught
not
that, he
hands.
wouldn't have needed sure hands.
That's a
Yeah,
typical
but
kind of
it
show
doesn't
hands.
sure hands.
It's aerial show hands.
Aerial sure
Catch
hands.
protect you from strip ball.
Does strip ball protect you from failing
He's
to
got a lot.
catch scattered balls? I think you go for
Nothing.
yeah. I think you go for the Lorna simply because against this kind of a team, trimming down that's not the
Can't
rule
have
we
that.
want. Trimming down
Well, you can't.
players wherever you can does reduce their effectiveness.
True. Plus, there's no way
Any,
you happen
any
to.
removal is great.
There is no bench, remember, and yeah, you're not Apple and Lorna. I mean, I like to target in matchups like this where you're going to struggle to bring down positionals. I do like to target like Lornas and stuff or rookie players because bringing down their numbers like does make the game harder for them. And well, dodge is fantastic, isn't it? Let's just be honest.
Well, you can always control them. Like,
Might be.
But bringing down the numbers is helpful. This is where a peasant just kills this random blodged defender. No, he doesn't. He just
No. This is going to be a recurring theme today. It's just a lot of stumbles, no tackle.
nice.
so what's this about aggressively sidestepping to tag players?
Well, he wouldn't have
Yes.
aggressively sided
One-
there because that's just giving up another block for free. I mean, it doesn't. Was
Yeah, the
It's 0-4
blitz is-
it's 0-4.
No, the blitz is done. There's no point. It's like, okay, you've had your 4. I'm not giving you a 5th.
nice first round of blocks. Yeah.
No, the blocker more important than the blitzer.
Oh.
Oh man, imagine if he had sure hand.
Yeah, he can fail again.
Imagine if he wasn't a rookie.
You get
just
dodge
saying.
most of that, right?
I feel like you're throwing a little bit of shade. I expect Motley to go quite aggressive here, from what I've heard about how
Oh,
he
of course
plays.
you do.
Oh, definitely. This will be. If I'm remotely guessing what he plays like, he's going to base up a lot, and he's just going to force the peasants to throw crap block.
I
I'm,
think.
I'm into it.
If he can force the wizard out early, because he's pressuring the ball. That's a win as well.
If you can
That's
force the
my way
wizard
back
out
for
on offense, it's massive.
Oh, it's a. Oh god, dude. Mighty Blade Blitz coming to Witch Elf. You know, green box are good. Bringing out free frenzy.
That's a power.
Finds a power.
First knockdown in the game goes to Dark Elves, but no damage, so nobody really cares.
Yeah, and I doubt we'll see the Dark Elves foul much.
No, not at all. No.
Oh, you might see some 10-16 fouls.
If you
No, it's like tea.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad foul though, because it is one of the Brett guard, and obviously keeping your guard advantage up is really good. But I think I'm reaching there.
Don't justify bad fouls. That's awful.
People expect me to justify bad fouls all the damn time. Like
That's when you do it.
That's just how they roll. They go, oh, you've got to, you know, to do the foul here, and I'm like, no, you don't.
Oh yeah, do the thing, man. Do the thing.
Why would you do the foul here? Like that doesn't make sense. So yeah, he's thinking. I fully expected an attack on that blocker. I kind of expect him to kind of flood into the backfield a little bit, see some dodges, some GFIs maybe, but putting pressure instantly on the Burts.
If you go hard left, he'll just try to go hard right. I mean,
But he's got to pick the ball up, and as Swagtus likes to say, he doesn't have sure hands.
I mean, sure hands doesn't mean the world if you can't roll a 3+.
I mean, I just say it gives you that built-in reroll because you hate.
I know
built-in
it's
rerolls
nice.
and stuff.
It's nice to note.
I have to say, I am in agreement to. I am in agreement with Swag there that I do love sure hands, because I absolutely hate rolling failed pickups on Agi 3
Especially on
players.
Agi
I
4
hate
pieces.
it.
Especially on Agi 4 pieces, actually.
Yeah, nothing sucks more like when you're an elf is like, okay, I need to break a pass this turn. I need to pick the ball up 1. So now that pass is about to reroll, or the catch about to reroll, and it's just a 2+ that you know you're gonna fail at this point.
And if you snake, you snake. Like, it's whatever. There's not much you
Oh,
can do
yeah,
about
of
that.
course. It's like a reverse elf screen, the valuable piece up front.
It's the weirdest elf player I've ever seen where they're like, hey, I'm going to put all my best players at the front of the pitch. That's not going to go wrong, right?
Oh, he's going for the ball.
That's
Yeah.
bold.
It's my ball now.
Your ball, my ball.
So
I
you
like
got a
this
problem,
a lot. This is really good.
Oh yeah, pass it off.
Ooh,
Hello.
that was.
Alright.
That was
This
right,
is
too.
so rowdy. I love it.
Right,
This has been Wrestle better do its work here. That guard blitzers. Actually, all the wrestle blocker needs to.
There's a couple of blockers in the middle that I feel like are about to get based
knock
up.
it up.
They're so gonna get marked up.
Sorry, I think you're right, echoing, sorry.
Is it?
Unlike
Think
I don't know. You see, the difference is,
What pushed it
McNugget,
on?
he made a pass that you needed to make rather than a vanity pass for the sake of it. So I don't know if it counts.
Well, even if it failed, there's still not a good spot, right? Because the ball is still under pressure.
This is really, really bad news for Broccoli. Oh wow, it's pretty terrible.
That was a crap start.
Yes.
You're
And that ball was
man of many
that ball
words
was
there.
deep as
Yeah.
well.
I think that sums
relatively
up.
deep.
That is kind of like surprising that when you think about it, the guy had players in range and he didn't re-roll pickup.
Yeah, I think maybe that was a miscount on how far they
think
could
he's
get.
I don't think he's expecting that. I don't think he's like, okay, I'm 5 back for the end zone. I'm pretty safe here. Nope. I'm just off, yeeting the 2+, 2+, 3+, 4+, the ball away from you. I didn't even burn a reroll either. That's the best part.
Do you say best? I'm not sure if it's the best part.
Oh look, if you're,
He did a lot of dice without even failing a single one. It's like, yep.
so now he has to chuck a bit of dice, and it's really he's making a 3+ with the downed wrestler. Anyway, fellas, this is a 2+ handoff for a score on the
I mean,
blitzer.
even if he gets this with either a both down or a power, the recovery is horrific.
Oh god, what recovery? It's not existent. Like
That
you
was a
have to.
dodgy. Might even stall it out. Maybe.
He's covering for the failed dodge at this point because the double mark there. That and because he lacks tackle on his own. That's not up top there. So It'd be hard to shift a blood stepper unless you can fish for a pal.
God, the peasant makes a great noise.
Wop wop! Hey, Fridge, how's it
Yeah,
going, mate?
yeah.
It's been a good while. Yeah, I've been kind of busy. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, that's a good spot for it.
I'm unsure if we should have left that guy as the
Recovery?
but we have got this guy at the back as well. Lagos de Lagos. Hello, Z. How's it going, mate?
Mr. Z's in the house. Yeah, it's REBBL versus G-Man. You got a pretty big cast.
Yeah, it's no. He's got the dodge. He's not got. He's got the wrestle. That's okay.
That's good.
Yep.
And the
He's
ball.
got-
Oh, that's actually probably really good for the birds.
That's about as good as you get it if you want for a scatter. You won't get better
Yeah, the
than
surf is also not easy for the elves to achieve.
that. No, sidestep's pretty hard.
I have to say, I think Broccoli did really well to kind of cover up this horrible start.
Not panic.
Yeah.
It would have, yeah, it would have been so easy.
Either.
It would have been so easy just to spike ball that and go, there you go, cop that. I want my I want my ball back.
Give me that ball.
Oh, Harry's all.
Herring's with a party of
Great.
63. Thank you, mate. Welcome, everybody in from Zod's channel. Hello, Armor Frog.
Hello.
And Mr. Typhoon.
Oh god, yep.
Yeah, we've got what has been a really, really bad start for Broccoli, for all of you who missed it. Failed pickup into Motley Gun, horrendously aggro. I love it. It's so aggro. It was so good. Grabbing the ball and hiking it back to his own dudes. Yeah, he's really on the back foot now. Is the title of Chief exclusive for Swag? It's a general term.
Yep. won't go into that.
I especially like actually that he used the plus movement blodge stepper to mark this, because it's not like he can like Motley can do a cheeky hit on him to try and scatter the ball, because he's just going to sidestep a different way.
Yeah, the elves don't have an easy attack here. And
I
no
like
edgy vibes, they can't really see any of that shenanigans.
No, I think, well, I mean, push on the shove, he still pushes these Brits back really far back on their offense as well. You've wasted 2 turns, effectively.
Motley did, and he's got a really nice Dark Elf team, to be honest. With a huge graveyard, like huge. There's so many dead Dark Elves on this team.
Huge.
James, man, it's Dark Elves, man, but it's 4 guards, so it's still effectively dwarves.
It's
I
still,
know when I had a elf.
you had your guard elf, a singular guard elf.
Yeah, it died after 3 turns.
Wow,
That's all
that's
guard
almost a
elves, yeah.
record. I think my record for longest lasting guard players for a double is a Rotter with guard who died on turn 1.
That's
That is
a
really
run,
depressing.
using him to hold the
Really
center of my
depressing.
line. Sage just blitzes him and goes, "Oh, he's dead now." I was like, "Oh, thanks, Sage." Yeah,
Oh.
he killed both my guard rotters in the same match. I've still never forgiven him.
Good guy, Sage.
It's hard to attack
No,
the Rotters.
Got a lot of nice things if you're a 2K Nurgle.
I'm not attached to the rotters, but I do like rotters. There's a difference. We also saw an opening turn of LOS blocks where 0 Dark Elves got knocked down because he put all of his blodge on the line. And as you may have noticed, this Bretonian team is woefully lacking in tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some choices
Hey,
here.
look-
I think
Oh,
I would
wrestle
take him
again,
one tackle
wrestle.
at this point.
It's been a good game for Wrestle so far. It's been a real good game.
I have to say though, that's okay for the Brets. I think we're going to see this dodge guy get based.
Oh yeah, with the blood stepper. And then he's forcing a free plus dodge.
He still beat Michael's clan last season. Yep, that's true. No one can take that from me.
Because I always have that time I beat Morka.
Oh yeah, I'd be proud of that too.
Forever. To be
I
fair,
think-
it was like Kislev against what else, so
I'm-
it was pretty my
No, you-
favourite. But
Pretty
He beat
sure
him
from
when he's-
memory,
when
every
he's
single
hit
time I've
before he's
played
dead.
Marker, I've had horrific dice. Like, we haven't played a straight match because I've just had horrific dice every time I got on the field with him.
No, just bad, man. That's how it is.
Just bad metal.
That's a taste of your own medicine, Dark Elves. Look, blood step.
Yeah. Oh.
Get some tackle, nerd.
Good lad to tackle. A big burly Bob coming in there. He played Broccoli in 5F. He's good. Okay, well, that's some divisional support for the Birds. He has, you know, right? In this situation, it would have been so easy to panic and flap and just get a bit like in your own head and okay, he's just doing 3+ dodges.
Well, if he's on a 3+, it could be really, really difficult. Well, at that point, you can probably just send a circle though.
So how realistic is it that you pick up with the Brett dodge out and hand off to the blitzer at the back and then run down the other side of the field?
If you do that, you get run down by the Witch Elf and the Blood Guard tackle blitz in the middle.
I mean,
that's some players free to potentially screen off with.
Possibly his best line of play, if I'm entirely honest.
No, he's gonna have a blitz on the Witch Elf. Don't hate it. Fisher, Powell, Mighty Blow for Armor 7. Pretty reliable.
Yeah, but it's fishing for... Did you just describe fishing for a power as reliable?
Yeah, why not? It's 1 in 6. He hasn't got one yet.
I like that he goes for the rookie lineman without hit to try.
Yeah. Bully.
So by that logic, he's due.
He's due a 6 somewhere, right?
That's not how it works.
Look, it's Dark Elves versus bad Dark Elves.
That's some shade right there.
He's not wrong.
Motley's team's alright.
This is a rough matchup for the Brett with such an early failed pickup into such early aggression from Motley. Like, this is really rough.
He's using moving 8-1.
I don't know if I like that block, to be honest. He's going for the dodge out with the X plus movement guy.
He's trying to make the pass, so it's... I mean... means he can just hand off instead of passing the ball.
I hope he dodges out.
This would be a really bad time to 1 in 9, right?
Is there ever a good time?
Is he? Yeah, is he just averse to rolling the 1 in 9 at all?
Or is he gonna like wrap around and like cage up with slippery hands on top there? He can't catch or can't pick the ball up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not great. Okay.
It just feels bad.
Yeah, it does. It's his second wrestle though.
Yeah. He could use that. You could try and scream behind this line of knights and pray that they don't get knocked down. But I mean, there's so much guard on Motley's team that I think he can fight back.
Yeah, Mac, it's gonna be a hard task.
I feel like both teams are just leaning into having Blodge right now on key
I smell a
players.
scanner. Oh, he's got the ball. Never mind.
Look at
the
that.
reason why I kind of advocated for dodging out is because he's probably going to get bogged down in this.
He's gonna foul you.
I think he's going to foul.
It's 2 assists.
I think if he doesn't foul, he's just set up a guard on top of his ball carrier, which is
good place for guard as well.
Not the one.
He has to foul. So what's
I've seen better decisions.
7 break armor here.
No, I think we admitted that from the off troop. The fact that
Right.
yeah, that's not the best. At least he didn't get sent off, so that's an advantage.
Nope.
And you know what? He has kind of, with that dodge and moving the guard where he did, he has kind of shut down a lot of pressure from the Dark Elves.
But it's a problem that
the Witch Elf and the Blitzer on the other side.
Yeah, it's a Blitzer. You don't need a Witch Elf. Witch Elf is risk recovery. With the Blitzer instead, it's just sound like the guard up and wrap around. Isn't too nice.
Single GFI,
he's not
yeah.
doing much of that. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Do you need a GFI?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
you do.
GFI or a dodge? Probably take the dodge.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you still need a GFI even if you do the dodge, so you don't do the dodge.
Yeah, don't dodge.
Yeah. No, I agree, but it's not going to work against all teams. If you try to do that against dwarves, you just get destroyed. Or dwarves, or teams with tackle. I liked it. I liked it in this matchup. It was the smart player. I'll often do something similar where I'll throw my like blockers at the line of scrimmage rather than peasants, because peasants just die, and blockers, people don't tend to like going aggressive against them because of their wrestle.
I tend to disagree. I think your blockers are kind of your lifeline with Bretts, especially when they're the only reliable source of guard. I don't like throwing them to
guard
the
access, it's your
wolves.
grab access, stand firm, you money blow if you can't roll doubles access.
It's guard. Grab is it's 100% the guard access.
I know. Plus, you know,
Good
Rackle
Brett
as
teams
well.
have good blockers and setups on their blitzes. That's generally what you want from a good Brett team.
Yeah.
A lot of time you'll just see like a bunch of kind of leveled up blitzes and the blockers get left behind.
Going for the blitz? Unless he's... What?
To be fair to Motley, he's in no real rush right now.
No, I know. And look, starting the LOS swivel positions when the opponent has no tackle and you have like bloodstep out everywhere else it pays off when you don't get powered.
Is he just going to use the police on the ground and provide the assist to avoid the G5?
Yeah, just push is no good.
Might see a reroll. You're free.
Yeah, might as well. No, he just takes it. He's so he's just happy pinning him.
To be fair, he's in a great spot right now. Like the Bretts are so far back in the field.
The back end, look, there's like two lines boxing him in.
Metal's aggressively typing.
Yeah, I had a thought I needed to get out there into the world. Yeah, this is really bad news bears. Although that Tom Shanks there is one of the few players on this team that doesn't seem to have blodge, so he might actually be able to be brought down by Childebert de Desfluev.
Where is that guy?
I didn't do well there. It's the
Bloodspitzer, yeah.
Something like that.
Childebert de French words.
The frog.
So this is like a yeah, this is a circle coming up.
I feel like we're going to offend Z if we just try and...
I feel like Z is oft offended by me, and if I continued to be concerned,
I think he's perpetually disappointed with everyone.
Yeah, I think at this point he's more like a parent. He's not actually angry. He's just disappointed.
That's so much worse.
It's just a look at you and give you like.
It's like, did you see his comment on my in response to my my paragraph in the Open Invitational channel on REBBL? He was like, I like a lot of what you've said, but that third sentence and its complete lack of punctuation is a problem to me.
I was more shocked by the statement that Darby's apparently writing something.
He isn't. I never said Darby was writing something. I said he was assisting.
I thought you said... Oh, okay, assisting.
Yeah, I said I'm doing the writing and he's doing the research whilst drinking lots of scotch.
He does tend to do that a lot.
He's got the better end of the deal there.
He's definitely got the better end of the deal.
we get a lot of melancholy complaints about Darby, and then he starts drinking his scotch and then tries to forget things.
I think if I had to put up with you lot a lot, I'd probably forget about... I'd probably drink to forget as well, to be honest.
Hey, I like me.
Well done. Good for you.
Congratulations.
Right, so...
He just backed off a bit, really. The Dark Elves backed off.
What do we do?
They've got a new LOS. Yeah, it's
nothing great.
Well, yeah, it's just that Bloodstep Fend. It's such a good spot to be a pain, right?
You can't punch him. You simply cannot punch Keanu Reeves.
No, you can't. He's the one. That you can't do.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was
terrible.
I apologize for nothing. What?
See, Z, I'm not stealing your format. It's a different format. I'm not just doing a clip of every game. I'm more taking time to highlight the absolute must-watches of each round. Can we talk about how the Bretts haven't rolled a power yet?
He's due, I say. He's due.
No, it's...
He's owed a power.
I'm pretty sure you can keep saying it, and it doesn't make it any more true.
I reckon he's gonna end the game like under 10 powers, and like 8 of them will come with the same dice roll. It's like, oh, double powers, man. Oh, that's 2 right there.
Yeah, I hate when you haven't rolled a power wall game and then you roll 2 on the same block and I don't need 2! I only need 1!
That's why dwarves only do 1 dice, because it eats up all your pals if you do 2 dice.
It's efficient, you know.
Yeah.
This is a
You
surf,
are actually a
actually.
potential surf. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I give it a guard piece. Cop that. You surf him and then you can try and, you know, wrestle down the other guard
But
piece.
hang on, if you surf him, are you not, like, really heavily committed to...
Oh, no, nice surf.
Maybe it'll be a removal and we get a nice pseudo-surf. It wasn't a removal.
No, that's not how it works.
Double power going for 1 turn, rerolls it double power. Yeah, nice work.
God, that feels so bad. He takes a wrestle there.
Had to take the wrestle.
Yeah, because he's gonna run the blocker what's around the back right, I guess.
Yeah, but
still horrifically exposed. He needs a dodge coming out of his Francois the Good.
Yep. Actually, no, you run the ball back out, and so.
How is Lozra in here cheering for Brett when he helped destroy my playoff dreams by existing?
Well, he likes Brett.
He's been cheering against my Brett all season, and now suddenly is all very pro Brett. Screw you, Lozra. Screw you.
Because Bretts are a awesome team.
That's not how you protect him. Oh, he got a pow!
Holy moly!
He sees you.
Finally, it was the one player we were like, "Don't punch the sidestepper." Punches the sidestepper and gets a power. I was like, well,
yeah, because that's how you base. Yeah, that's how you cage base. I mean, even now, you got a 2 dice on the lineman, and that's a gap you can blitz through on the ball.
Yeah, he doesn't stand up the block quite wisely because that is a one-way trip to the sideline.
One-way trip to signing some autographs.
Yeah. That's it. It's still an easy mark on the ball. You can take the 1 dice. It's a 2+.
Yeah, Sam did. Sam and JJ Cash were the ones who actually destroyed my dreams, to be fair.
No, Lozra just crushed Metal's predictions.
He did also offer to pay for folks to kill my best player. There was that too.
Oh, good. Nice guy. Yeah, we got.
Sounds like a great guy.
I mean, to be fair, I counter bountied his best player, so it seems fair.
Oh, it's coming. So
he's playing Skaven though. I think that's justified.
Have they oinked yet? Well, no, Zod, because they've barely bonked anyone. Like, there's so much blodge, and they don't have. They've rolled 1 pow in 4 turns.
Yeah, they're trying to. They just can't handle it at this point. They're just fumbling and picking around, trying not to drop the ball. 2 dice on the ball coming by. You marked out a blitzer. You get on the right. What's that? Francisco. The guard piece.
Francois. Come on, even I'm better than that.
Francisco. French team. It's not Spanish.
That was awful. Like, I'm doing badly, but Jesus, that was bad. McNugget, I feel like you're asking because you know, but I haven't put the last few rounds worth of results in, so I'm not 100% yet. You were leading by 4 points, so it's a fair chance.
So what you're saying is he's got lost, right?
You know what? Actually, I'm okay here, because as disappointed as Z might be in me, he's going to be always more disappointed in XS, so it's okay.
No, I know.
Because he pronounced Francois as Francisco.
Head on desk, don't worry. I'm sure I'll hear from Z later on in the week.
It's not his fault. He's Australian, all right.
So is Swag.
They don't got no culture out there.
I'm not Western Australian though.
I'll say you're not cultured.
Well, I am cultured, but
Hey, there's a pow. Oh.
No,
wait.
he has a pat, and that scatter means balls free for the pat to scatter.
Oh god, yeah. This is so easy for Mel. Oh well, it isn't anymore. Like that was about the best scatter I think Broccoli could have hoped for there. Wow. Cornite says, how much do you like fouling? 5 of my 11 rare player cards in Imperium have dirty player. That is a lot of fouling.
How many bribes do you have? Do you have a bribe stadium? Do you have sneaky git?
Is Gengar aware that you exist?
Yeah.
that sounds like a question for the philosophers. Just something that we can't.
He has many questions. I feel like we're not going to see the answers in this game.
We're in our lifetimes.
Well, that's quite expansive. You know, that's a long time for some of us.
If they're point in the forest, do you hit the oink?
What?
Darby's just responded to my commentary on the fact that he's helping me write the article. In that he plays a pivotal role, and the Scotch certainly helps. Okay.
Oh, that's a
Tom
stun.
Shanks.
Well, you know what? You don't have to power them if they stun themselves.
Right, so there's a potential breakaway here, actually, if you can get the ball somehow free.
Do they oink if they bonk themselves? That's my next question.
Thank you, Synergy. He got that at least.
As a further question, Harry, did you see my tag in the admin Discord, and do you have a response for me? Just so I know where we're at. Everyone else is... That was the sound of XS going, someone was talking about something in the admin Discord, I need to look.
Yeah, see, I actually pay attention to that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Fine.
The world where Swagtusk has become one of your more valuable admins is a weird situation to be in. That's pushes. That's one of the guys he could easily knock down and didn't get very far. How is he getting the ball out? Question one.
Magic and status.
What chain? You can try one die. It's a red die.
Do you want to scatter the ball around Dark Elves?
No, you don't scatter the ball. You want to push
at some point.
You want to push the Witch Elf off the ball, and then it's not easy. If you get that ball somehow to your moving 8 blitzer, you've got that's a fair. You got a pretty decent head start on those Dark Elves.
Zord has more questions.
Can you oink the ball?
I think it was more the whole. He's gonna oink the ball. Can you oink the ball?
Oink.
I would like that McNugget if we get a scatter and watch catch work. Just to put, I think that would rub it in Swagtusk's face a little bit. At that point.
No, because I'm all for the magnet hands. I think they're hilarious.
Yeah, true.
God, the guard is so awkwardly placed.
This guard at the back, Mel Gibson, is in a brilliant spot if you're Motley,
He is in
and
a premium spot.
It's in a terrible spot if you're Broccoli. I don't know what to do here. Yeah, that's probably okay. That's another wrestle. Do you rest them or do you just push them off?
Go for like a 5+ pickup.
You know what would be really handy if you're going to go for a 5+ pickup?
Sure.
I mean, if you cast it,
I'm glad you got where I was going with that swag.
Yeah. It was like alley-oop right there.
Agi 5, no.
Yeah, Agi 5 would be what would be helpful in a 5+ pickup because it's not a 5+ pickup anymore.
No, if it is, you're doing something wrong.
Oh, yeah, or there's a lot of tackle zones.
And it's in the rain, and probably
One die the witch.
He could. Yeah, it's
do a
probably
4+.
I like that. I think that's the play. Toss a 1 dice into a 4+.
I don't think he has much else, but if he stands up the blocker and then gets the ball off to the blodge step plus movement, there's not much that's in range, I guess, except for the
that blocker getting surfed if he stands him up? Like, isn't a dodge? Isn't there a dodge in Philippe the Brown's future?
Oh.
Maybe.
No, it's XS. That's Philippe and not Paul.
Please.
I thought it was John.
John.
What, John Paul?
No, that's John, not John.
Jean. Oh god. It's Phil. He's doing it. He's
You're
not
a peasant?
done it.
You're a blocker?
Hero scout? That's not a hero scout.
It's still good. It's still good.
I feel like your definition of what's good is getting more and more questionable by the minute.
It's still good. It's still good.
This is not good. This is literally not good.
This is as good as Simpsons episode though.
Yeah, things that are good. This is not it.
It's just.
Here's a picture of things that are good. None of.
Why doesn't mine look like this? It's a nice, safe, secure ball. Ugh.
Yeah, we need more bonking and more oinking. We need a lot more bonking for the Bretts to have done well.
So do we actually have to oink, or is it something that just happens like?
I think if they ever find a power and we don't oink, we're letting them down.
Oh Oh my goodness, are we actually gonna make oinking noises?
No, because he's not rolling powers. It's fine. We can commit to this
okay.
quite safely at this point.
So we got metal. That's that. You know, REBBL is binding there, so I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'll do it. I'm not afraid. I have no shame.
Awesome, go ahead.
That is certainly true, you have no shame.
Nah. So we've
So
got
what's the Duck Elf play?
Duck Elf play. Took out the off the peasants with not bad.
A synergy at this point, I think Broccoli audibly cries every time he rolls his block dice.
Oink.
Why? You know, my missus, without context, doesn't have a clue why I just oinked, and she sat in the next room going, "Oh, he's at it again."
Nah, leave it. Leave it. Next.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it.
I think Shawman's broken. Oh god, this guy continues to be the absolute thorn in this Bretonian team side, doesn't he?
Yeah, Mel Gibson.
He is the only original player left on this positional lineup as well.
And he was on LOS duty as well for the measure.
Why not? At that point?
Well, there's a pal.
There's a pal.
Oh, you got a
There's
pal.
a chain push.
We don't have to oink because that's
it's
Dark Elf.
It's not broccoli. No, not broccolis. It's not. It's usually not Seattle border.
Showman TV still thinks it's 2018 or something, and he's made playoffs for the first time on his rat team. He's forgot he's been playing Nurgle for 2 seasons.
With the most inconvenient team name I've ever seen in my life.
Eords of the dance. It's like, why?
Oh, it's so incredibly annoying.
Bloodstep's thing. Can't find a knockdown.
Re-rolls it. Still?
Yeah.
Just found knockdown tackle.
Yeah, a bit of karma there. It's like, oh, it's a shame if you would have bloodstep myself.
There's no tackle medal, that's just wrestle.
Oh, no, it was tackle on the other block. No, you're right. He's considered. Do you go on the ball? No. I like that.
No.
I mean, it is still an elf doing a 3+. So
Yeah,
it's not
scatter that because
that hard.
yeah, it's just a lot of spots where you can be like, oh, that's easy to
Why are you re-rolling? Your team's like ridiculously good.
Because only because you like it. Look, he doesn't like Brett's. Oh, he does tackle.
Yeah, I knew there was a tackle in play somewhere. For some reason, I thought he dodged it out to do the blitz, and I don't know why. Yeah, it's a 3+ pickup here, and I think you go for it, right? Because you could. No.
Well, because if you get the ball, then you got to dodge out, and then you
go to itself.
If you hadn't had to use that reroll, I think there'd be a real world where he could score this turn with a Witch Elf pickup, dodge back out, get it to Brad Garrott, and then hand off to the other Witch Elf in the end zone.
Witch Elf, yeah, in the. Yes, I mean you still go for that 3+, right? With the Witch Elf.
You do go through that experience there with Nurgle, where it's like, yeah, they're really good, but I'm bored of them now.
Yeah, it's almost as if the team is boring.
It's almost as if playing any team for a significant length of time can get boring.
No, some teams are just endless frills and entertainment.
Like Kislev.
Yeah, Synergy looks like he's gone through a lobotomy every time he plays his Nurgle team.
Uh-oh. Oh, it still paid off for the Dark Elves.
Oink?
No, wait, that doesn't count. That was the Dark
No,
Elves
knocked it out.
succeeding. That's the first removal.
You ever seen a board rat coach? How many links was it?
You've never seen a bored rat coach. Have you ever seen a rat coach who had their entire team removed in the first half trying to play a second half with 3 line rats?
They're not bored at that point, actually. They're just terrified.
Traumatized.
Yeah, traumatized.
The soul's just being crushed.
It's like, I've
Hey, look!
Oh,
The tackle.
Rowdy scatters.
Oh, this is... What?
Wait, what? He chose not
chose-
to dodge? What?
What?
That's a man.
Oh.
That's a man who does not fear armor breaks.
I think it was a
That's
mistake.
a terrible scatter for the Bretts, though.
That was horrific.
Mate, is he trying to kill off his last original?
I think that's got to be a misclick.
It's maybe more, it's a universal wink.
Got the universe oink.
No, it's like the whole crowd like as a throwing rock at him.
Oh man, I feel a rock.
not for another 3 turns, you do.
I was going to say, not till someone scores. Or doesn't
God,
score.
this is
I'm preempting it.
Such a grind.
We're getting some build up.
It's like
I'm heartbroken on Broccoli's behalf of how this drive has gone. Motley's played it flawlessly, by the by. Other than that one misclick there where he just didn't click to dodge.
This is just depressing going through this.
I feel bad for Broccoli at this point. Because nothing is... He's getting no traction. And, like...
Well, I mean, he's still the wizard at least. Right? That's the flip side.
Yeah, I think a win for him is not going down 0-1.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I suppose if he survives the car crash that was the beginning of this drive. Not by his own fault. A failed pickup.
He finds a pow! Oink!
Oh, he gets a pow. It's an armor break.
Go on!
Oh boy. No, made the hands fails. Back to circle. Oh, yuck.
Well, it's getting better and better for the Dark Elves, really, isn't it?
Well, it's going the right way at least. The ball is edging its way closer.
It's
got 6 squares and 6 turns.
Man, there's no way the Dark Elves can score from this position.
I mean, he just won that piece down.
There is no way the Dark Elves score from here.
I'm so disappointed that there's like, what, how many viewers are we up to at the minute? There's 81 viewers right now, and only one person oinked when that POW came up. I'm so disappointed in the other 80 of you. I feel like Z criticising our French.
I oinked.
Yeah, but okay, I suppose you're in chat as well, and thanks, One Frog. I don't think that was the route, but
he's a bit special. You have to forgive him.
So you wrapped around the moving A piece and like, hey, don't roll a POW. Well, funny enough, both tackle pieces are kind of locked down here.
But there is a muscle witch right there.
Yeah, but
that's not where he needs to go.
You know what?
That's not on the.
He needs to get on that ball. Like, I actually think he might just need to 4-up with his reroll and go for a full potato player.
Or is he going to pick up with the blocker and then hand off?
Use the blocker as a kind of a screen, maybe? Oh no, that's
I think that's what he's going for. That's really not helpful.
Oh, don't fail. Don't fail. Don't fail. Oh, he didn't fail.
Chaps, how you doing, mate?
Oh, he failed that one though. I kind of feel like you should just went for it with the sidestep because it's entirely open now.
Yeah, so this is this could be a score this turn, right? You blitz down the peasant, pick up the witch, hand off to the witch, and you can score pretty safely.
Worthy of note, with Chabsu in chat, not only can we now disappoint a Frenchman in Z, but we can also disappoint a French-Canadian man in Chabsu.
You mean a fake Frenchman?
Oof.
Imagine actually wanting to be from France. And I will stop right there.
I was going to say, there's contentious and there's just straight up offensive. I'm not sure which way you're going here. Because XS has zero talent in pronouncing French names.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm awful.
Francois as Francisco, so that was...
That one's not going to work, XS. I'm sorry, mate.
Look, after 48 hours, I'll just change my name to Francisco on Discord.
I think at this point, yeah, that works.
Nah, but I like my name. I'm currently captain of the Synergy bandwagon now. Get behind it.
It's alright, I nailed it every time. Chabsu. 100% pronunciation. I am fluent.
Yeah, he's gonna stall because Broccoli can't roll a POW, man. It's not a hard stall.
two powers in 6 turns. It's fine.
That's the name's not too bad. Some look at.
There we go. Techie
Techie
with the math has nailed down the player line of just roll not ones.
Oh, beautiful. Elf special. Yeah, he comes with 2 dice.
I also like that Motley's doing all of... His basics are really solid as well. He's been around a long time. He's absolutely taken... He's not rolling a single dice until he's moved players.
There's a man who's failed some actions before.
Basic fundamentals.
But it's nice to see, right? I mean, it's easy to mock a little bit with it when you say it, but It really is.
You say it, Chapsy, but some of those results are still unconfirmed yet, as they are in the 48-hour bracket.
Yeah.
You know who didn't do surprisingly well in the first round? Dark Elves. In that, I can tell you this
Spoilers?
when I looked. No, I can tell you this by looking at the bracket because there's so many Dark Elf mirrors.
Yeah, that's true.
Quite a few of the Dark Elf games were mirrors, and that instantly just drops the Dark Elf pool down without even having to talk about the results. Bang. Truk reckons Motley's going to stall. I reckon with that pass, Motley is not going to stall.
No way he's stalling. I mean,
Either that, or he could just stick a Witch Elf in the middle of nowhere and go on, pow me. Because that's never, ever going to get a pow, is it? Yeah.
It's a 2-9 pow.
You see, the problem is
Yeah,
he's not
that's
blitzing for his peasants enough.
I think the problem he has is he doesn't have any bloody tackle.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
It's a bit of oversight when you're playing against 6 Bloods pieces. Feels pretty bad.
Well, does it feel as bad as going down 1-0 on your own drive? Because...
Well, it could be, yeah, you got to do with it, so it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be, I guess. You got all your players.
Yeah, nothing's dead. You get some LOS hits, which is quite nice.
You also, you've got a
chance
KO
not to roll
player and your
pals.
opponent doesn't. You do still have a bench.
This is like a quick 2-turn.
A 2-turn is very doable with an MAA sidestepper.
Of course it is. The problem is, the problem is you have to still pick the ball up, which you couldn't do last time.
Yeah, he's got the high kick.
Deja vu.
Oh,
That fixes the problem.
back even better.
You don't have to roll to
Beautiful.
pick up the... Yeah, we're going to see, I think, straight into the hands of this plus movement guy.
Come on, Valley
Why
pass.
catch the ball when you can just touch back?
Go on.
That's not the movement 8.
Yeah, well, maybe he doesn't want the SP... I don't know. Anymore.
So you're going to risk a 1-9 handoff? And you can't make a 1-9 pickup?
I think he's keeping it on that guy and he's using the movement to be the advanced part of the screen.
Yeah, that's perfectly acceptable.
Because he can blitz with...
Yeah,
go on,
see
pronounce
that.
that one. Childebert de Desfleu. He hasn't rolled a pal.
No, it's shocking. I was like, if you can bring that, if you can wrestle on both his tackle pieces, he's golden, because he's got Bloods there, Blood Step as well.
I think actually this was the first mistake Motley's made, is putting his tackle on the LOS. Simply because that could leave
More
them...
pushes.
Jesus Christ. Just... Why?
You can't find a knockdown at all. Don't worry about it. That's a base cage.
Yeah, but...
Hey, excess, watch out. Francisco the Good's got the ball.
Oh no.
Good old Francisco. Perfectly reliable. Unlike Excess's pronunciation.
No.
I'm gonna go Childebert de Desfleu.
I love how you got so far through and then you went... Ooh,
I just kind of gave up halfway through. I'm like, I thought I knew how to do that, and then I just was like, nope, okay.
The subtitles on that
bloody,
one
like-
was French noises.
Double skulls.
Oh, hey, ho, hey, ho.
I think it went. Oh.
Oh.
Can we move the ball before we roll any more dice, please?
Yes, please.
No.
There's also 2 Childeberts as well, funny enough.
Yeah, the other one's a little bit easy to do. A little bit.
Yeah, you block them off. This...
I love that peasants always end up, no matter what naming theme you're going for, you always end up with like Fat Tom and Big Patrick and Little Dave and
Big
stuff like that.
Kev.
That's what you're going in blood every twice now.
cross.
Oh, just a random person's just offended at least 2 people in chat.
Oh, he's done anything dead? Just
Yeah,
for cool, his
Broccoli's
face rolling
spirit.
out.
Broccoli's spirit
Yeah.
is dead.
Oh,
He
he got
equalizes. Oh, oink.
Oink!
That's a bloody peasant.
Snakes, he runs snakes in the armor roll.
Get out of the way.
Oh. Why is chat not oinking? I'm so disappointed in the hole that he is.
Can he just like guard punch his way through? He doesn't even have to do any dodges.
Fat Dave, Weak Ev, well-known Francisco. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you always put a player up as scoring threat.
Of course, yeah, go for it.
There'll be many disappointed elf coaches if you don't.
Look at... I mean,
Shaman.
right, okay, when the... Shaman, if you stop for a turn, and then when it goes back to Braculi's turn, just read what his team name is. Oh, I think we've upset Lurkinsey. He's disappointed in us again, guys. Hello.
Dear. F.
Look at all these pals. Show you how it's
I don't know
done.
why we had a base screen. I'll be honest. Just
Yeah,
putting
it
it out
seems
there.
a little wasteful.
I'm
I'm
just gonna come back in and go, where are these powers when Braculi rolls dice?
So
Fair, he
this
doesn't have a guaranteed knockdown. Can get two die though.
he has rolled. I mean, he has rolled more powers in this turn than Braculi has in the game so far.
You know what? Even I'm timing. Even I've had enough of that. Shut up, Warren Frog.
I didn't mean to see what he said.
Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm over it. Do we have tackle? We don't have tackle.
No.
We don't wrestle.
You have wrestle. It would be. I mean, if it fails, you're pushing him forward.
Why would we
It's
not?
ideal.
Hang on, he didn't put the tackle up as a scoring threat. And then he didn't
Yeah,
blitz
disappoint.
with the tackle.
He's gonna wrestle?
Okay.
Right. Oh, he has another
Yeah,
power.
he gets the
All
power. Oh,
powers.
skillfully powered.
We rolled into
Step
a
back,
pal.
you're right.
Do we oink for this one?
No, you step back into.
Yeah, you step towards the other knight and pray for God scatter.
That's an alright
That's
scatter.
not it.
That's alright. At least you didn't have to go back.
Yeah. I think he just dodges onto that now and picks it up, right? Especially with the stun. Does he have anyone else in range to... Oh, there we go. Oh, this isn't a good place to be.
Do you think we'll see a bolt in to pick up the ball and try and score?
Without a reroll,
No,
Yeah, it's
no,
a bit
don't waste
brave.
your bolt. You can't. You can't get scored up on. So
without a reroll and the chance that the ball could scatter... Well, there's only one chance, one bad scatter with it, but if it does scatter towards Gene Hackman into that one square there above the Blodge Step Knight, I think it's just too much. I really feel like we need to get at least one player up the field now to be a scoring threat. There's no reason to not throw a player up the pitch.
so you don't need tackle. You can both down's fine here because she has wrestle.
I mean, even if the worst of the worst happens, the Bretts find a knockdown on the Witch, get the ball and score, you're still 1-1 and have a one-turn threat.
Yeah, that guard blitzer needs to get on his bike up the field.
What happened?
Someone go upfield, please.
Nope.
Oh.
Right, who hands out the Dark Elf cards? Because it needs to be taken away.
I don't know. Who is the OG Dark Elf Engine?
Sandoon, maybe? Yes, I think Sandoon's the oldest team in REBBL now with that Gerberry roll.
He's taking next season off though, unfortunately.
It's gonna be a weird Div 1 without him. It's just like the perpetual, the old reliable, old faithful. Just keeps turns up, qualifies for playoffs, or barely misses out and then moves on.
Yeah, I like
It's like,
putting
well, you know,
our
it is.
scoring threat up because, you know, yes, you commit one less player to the fight, so you have one, you know, it's slightly more dangerous that you might get scored on. But on the flip side, it does kind of mean that if the Bretts don't get the lucky score, you've got a really solid chance of counter-scoring and going 2-0 up on their drive and basically winning the game in the first half. Because with a Wizard, the game's not over. If this goes into half 1-0 to Motley, the game's not over. It's just hard.
Yeah, I mean, Elves could fail some peeps. A one's a one's a one. Yeah, but there's not really any great options here. Like, the guard there's also really awkwardly positioned. Like, you can't even get good dice on this player. Like, you pretty much just have to chuck reds here, or dodge out your blocker. Either of those are just bad.
Shaman's figured it out.
I see. He's just sat there looking at his screen for like a good 5 minutes, going, "I think
But what do you mean, oink?
What is it to oink?
What's to oink when we bonk? Oh, I think he's asking the same. He's now in the world where he gets it, and he's now asking all of the same questions that Haringzord's been asking all game.
We will oink them on the beaches. Oink them on the landing grounds.
That's
you can
not a
change
pow.
It's not enough, no.
What, now we have to like dodge that player into the end zone, and then.
And then what?
Well, probably. Who's going to toss the ball?
Yeah, he can dodge the player in the end zone, but what would that achieve? He doesn't have the ball.
Yeah, but like maybe. I'm trying to think of like really marginal lines where he dodges out, he knocks on the witch
Do we
elf, and
oink
somehow
because
scatters.
he just boinked someone?
No, it's just foul. No, he wasn't a pal.
Oh, we only oink on a pow. Okay.
There's
It could have been some like real
right.
crazy scatter that like scatters all the way up the field into range of the one peasant who fouled, and then he does like a
There
6+
is not-
pass.
There's not an extra scatter can help that one out, man.
Are we going for a surf?
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Well, no, but that's why he took the push instead of the knockdown. But now he's rolled
Oh,
knockdown on knockdown.
It'd be a double score
Then
next.
we rolled it because-
Double
Wow,
skull next.
This is brave. I might have just took the mighty blow knockdown here, to be honest.
Yeah, likewise.
Oh, there's a pow.
It's a big-
Another pound.
Pair
Power
of
of
them.
bloods as
Uh-oh.
well. That's just
Who-
Oh,
mad.
Hey, XS, who got knocked out? Jeff.
Bert.
Jeff got knocked
No,
out.
No, it's Joff.
Geoff.
Joff.
One of those people who spells. He's one of those people who
God.
spells Jeff with a G-E-O.
Jeez. It's not a GIF.
Goff.
Yoff.
Yoff. Go F, man. Go F.
This
Go
has
F.
been it's got to have been one of the most frustrating halves of Blood Bowl Broccoli's ever played in
This
his
is
life.
demoralizing. This is just
This is the
It's like
kind of
playing
stuff that
a
makes you
ball.
sit there and go, I don't want to play the second half. I just don't
people
want
play
to.
as Zon Mirror with no tackle is what this is like.
Someone get Marley on the blow to finish the match. That's an older meme. Marley was playing Zons in Cripple Cup. Played through a Zon mirror.
Yeah,
like
there's a
24.
number
Went to
of
24
mirror.
turns, and then his opponent's PC burnt out, and Marley had to come back and play more Zons, and he was just like, "But I want to die."
It is a miserable time. It is a awful matchup.
No, that's what you get for playing Zons. That's just your surf suffering.
Yeah, I sentence you to 20,000 years of Zon mirrors.
Oh god, Zonmir in OT. No thanks.
Can you imagine just building
I
a
don't think
division with 14 Amazon teams?
Yeah, also with a no tackle. Yeah, that'll teach
I
you.
think in a division with 14 Amazon teams, the Amazon team that got the development to get tackle first would probably win.
No, because they get fouled and like they wizards all the time.
On the plus side,
Okay.
at least the KOs came back.
Right, yeah. So
Lightning?
look, good news. Your team's alive. You've got the wizards still, and nothing. You know, it's still okay. Bad news is Dark Elves are alive, and they've scored on your defensive drive.
Yeah.
So this is bad.
Bad news is you're 1-0 down, and it's their turn. Well, surely
Good news is-
tackle is naturally banned because it's an Amazon only division. There's no tackle there.
Yeah, you can take wrestle.
Yeah, wrestle only. Yeah, wrestle DP and guard. That's it.
I was making a joke. I was making a dick joke, boys. If I'm honest.
I know.
I was making a dick joke. 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 I was making a
We just chose to ignore it because we're the mature,
No, you're
responsible
not.
one.
No,
No,
you're
okay.
Yes, yeah.
How did
This
you
is
even,
what
how
we're
did
saying.
you even finish that sentence?
No, what was the
Because I'm mature and responsible. I'm the most mature person here.
Extra doubt.
I am even more mature than Met. But yeah, this is a depressing game. Do you think he scores quickly, or do you think he just kind of chills out?
Score quickly. You don't risk the wizard. Like,
I don't know. I think he could chill out if you just play it safe.
I
you
don't
play it
know
slow-
if Motley has any chill.
if you slow roll it, then you risk getting wizard and going to OT. And do you really want another 20 odd turn, like another 24 turns
The
of
Reds have to
find the
overextend
power?
it.
I mean, I'll be
went
honest,
for
I don't want another 20-odd turns of this game, because this has been... I feel demoralised on Braculi's behalf. I mean, Motley's played it brilliantly. I can't take that away from him. The only thing I didn't like was the lack of a scoring threat on that turn 7.
Agreed.
But
it's just been
Motley's
draining
played
to
this
watch.
exceptionally well. He's used the advantages and the build of his team to just maximum potential, and he's done it brilliantly. But at the same time...
It's on frenzy, no thanks. Jeez, that's all. So what other games are on tonight, actually?
There's a ton of games today. There is so
ton of
many
games.
games today.
I know Cheese is playing tonight, I think.
No, he's playing tomorrow.
That's first tonight.
I think he's playing tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow be tomorrow.
4
right?
a.m. Monday morning for us. So.
Oh, yeah,
so
it is tomorrow for you, yeah. Cheese Tactics is
4
playing
hours time.
in 4 hours' time. But there's a
Right.
game
So,
in
yeah.
2 hours' time. Steak Mittens is covering Ruining Everybody's Fun versus A Welcome to the Dark Side. An hour after that starts, we've got Kingslayers versus Smart Models. An hour after that, we've got a double header of Cheese Tactics Mark II versus Highgate Wardens and Injurious Bastards versus the All Stars of Chaos. We then have half an hour after that, Marvelous Mutants versus Big Maz Blitzers. 30 minutes later, we have Sacrifice the Ninth versus Greenskin Brawlers and Foul Targets versus Rebel Brutalia.
Blitz!
And
Oink.
Oink.
That deserves an oink.
But the ball is so deep. Like,
That's alright, you can pressure.
No, yeah, Blitz and then Wizard. If you're able to win the Wizard, then that's the equalizer.
and then finally, we've got Bone Fighter Boo taking on the Forsaken Awoken approximately 6 hours from now. And that would be today's entertainment.
We also have games at 11. We have a games approximately like 23 hours. We've got Derby versus a Mouse Face.
Oh, that's Mrs. We call them the ASCII rats.
Okay, and then
Well, no, he was the reason why we had the no dual naming, right?
Yep.
Yep, and then I know Big O we drew the Bush, but he's the original one. And it's not even a name; it's just his bloody.
I still can't get over
Bush
the fact.
Bush is iconic.
But Bush is iconic for the wrong reasons. Bush is iconic
But he's iconic.
because his one time he turned up in playoffs with a team called No Potato, where every player is named No Potato. He lost because he decided to potato.
I know, it's pretty funny.
I say he lost because his team got ripped apart, but I mean.
No, it didn't
Yeah.
though. It didn't. It lost because he randomly potatoed for no reason.
Bush has
On a
an interesting
team
tactic.
called No Potato, where every player was called No Potato, he decided to potato. Like, I'm unsure that you can even write that.
I think that's hilarious.
No, it's great. We are seeing more players just shot to the line, but
Oh, he doesn't have.
no, he doesn't.
Oh, he gets him.
He gets him. Is he going to actually actively get him? It's got Mighty Blow. No, he's just
No.
got Camel. Oink.
Oink.
Oink. I think my oinks are getting
No, he
sadder.
Yeah, no, Monkey Jugs. He caged in a box of 9 players for 6 turns.
I was going to
and
say, didn't Bush...
Yeah, he had the old cube.
Didn't Bush
That's not a cage.
patent the meat cube technique?
then-
that you
I don't know if
can't-
he patented it. He innovated, maybe.
No, yeah, Bigger. We have a tendency to incorporate a lot of unique tactics. We've got the All Man's LOS Papanashi style.
Excess's dump off counter. That's always a great one.
God. I love that clip. It's so good.
It's so funny.
Like, how can you be mad at that clip?
Rolls a 6 and you just set both downs on the blitz.
Yeah, I'll go look it up.
Like so much elation and then just immediate just crushing of his hopes.
Oh.
I got it. I got it. I don't got it. Oh.
I'll link it after the game, but it's how I show blah blah. Like, oh, look, this is a good part, and then this is the reality.
Swag, we're getting crazy echo on your mic, dude.
I don't know why.
I was gonna say, is there anything like you've changed? Because I've never had that before with you.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. I'll turn my sensitivity down. Maybe that fixes it.
Yeah, that might work. We'll see. We see.
So here's the problem when you get all mans on the west, right? When you get a blitz and this happens, you got AOL, so it's a little less punishing, but it just get tied up, and especially with a deep kick like this, if anything fails, that blitzer probably picks them up.
I kind of feel like just Broccoli's spirit is failing at this point. I think we need to send out a search party to look for his hopes and dreams because they have been scattered to the winds.
Look, at least nothing's died. I mean, there's some teams that have been absolutely ripped apart this playoffs, and Challenger Cup.
Is that any better? I don't know.
That seems a lot better. You're quieter than ever before, though.
Yeah, I had to turn myself down, but yeah, I'm on push to talk as well, so I shouldn't be picking up when I'm not talking.
It's definitely better.
Yeah.
Yes, hopefully that
So
fixes
what's
it.
the target?
Up. Not really sure. You kind of have your choice.
Like, not go
What?
away.
Just go for it. You probably want to go and answer the blitzer, the MA8 blitzer, but at the end you just kind of protect the ball. There's lots of things you can do here.
Yeah, I think he still plays. I mean, he doesn't actually have to score here. So the flip side. Right?
Yeah, I mean...
He's got to protect. He's got to protect the 1-0 lead. That's it. It is against a wizard, and the ball is pretty far back now. So
it's back, but it's not exactly...
It's not like... It actually is kind of like the second half, isn't it? Like, you know, with the elves being on the ball by their first turn, because that's what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, here comes the one on the pickup.
No.
Ah, bugger.
That's a 5, mate.
Almost.
That's a...
It was almost. It was only like 4.
That's a 1, no score, what?
You can't re-roll that. You cannot re-roll this, surely.
Oh, that's an
That's
OT
awful.
format.
No.
I don't like that at all.
That's a confident man.
I think he didn't realise
really
that
happens.
when Brokuli had
guards
bodied
me.
up the line. Yeah, he forgot that guard was in front of him.
Yeah, it's just closing it off. So the fireball's not
Okay.
dividing, the bolt has no recovery.
Forgetting about guard is certainly hazardous to your health.
Yeah, pro tip.
Certainly hazardous to your rerolls, because that's a tiny advantage in favour of Brocky right now. He's 1 reroll up in an overtime format match.
Fishing for that power again.
Does get it.
Oh, he's got
Oink!
it. He's got it. Minded by power.
Mighty Blow, AV7, Pow, no break.
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh.
Not only have his block dice been pretty bad, but the armor dice have been almost as disappointing.
Looks like we're going to have a Brett screen coming up.
A Brittle screen.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, right? Because he can't overcommit, but he can't afford to stall either. Because if he stalls, Motley's not going anywhere at all, because he's already up ahead. But If he commits, he's sending the Blood Space Elf forward. He's just rolling everything to find a power that just hasn't come yet.
Yeah, the power is like, what? You needed me?
Yeah, nice to know. This is also going to be a foul.
I don't blame him for fouling, to be honest.
100%, yeah.
He needs to try and do some damage, and he ain't getting it through his blocking dice, is he?
Yeah. No, not really.
So I do not blame him for putting the boot
Excellent.
in. Especially with the bench.
Good KO.
Removal! Is that his first removal of the game?
Yep, it's a trade as well.
You know what? That's a valuable... is it a worthwhile trade? I just don't know anymore.
Yeah, you absolutely
That's
take
a
a trade.
trade-up.
Does Lyman, does wrestle Lyman for a...
But the thing is, the guy can come back and the other guy can't come back.
Yeah, but you have 2 reserves.
He has a bench, so he's got 2.
Just saying. I don't think it's as clear cut as we're making out.
Yeah.
Is that
an
annoying?
drive, I like it.
Does that count as an oink?
No.
You got a removal.
Stuck the
Yeah,
troll.
but they trade removals.
So do we... What, do we... Kino?
If you killed him. No, if you killed him, I would have done it.
Kino.
There was a reverse oink.
Kino.
Jesus.
I thought you'd like that one. I thought it was pretty good.
This sounds like some cancer treatment.
There's, I think we need some cancer treatment after all of these blodge elves not falling over. I've just got the weirdest dirty look off my missus in a while. Just sort of wandered past and she stuck right in to give me a dirty look and left.
Nah, couldn't imagine why, mate.
Yeah, there's nothing said here that is no way controversial.
But what my argument is, it's not like she can hear what you idiots are saying.
Oh, she knows.
It's like Metal's online talking to those people again.
Such a bad influence. Look, I'm also going to open the floor to saying that I think what fishing for a pal is chemotherapy. Right? That's what...
Wow, that was forced. That was so forced.
I know, I tried it.
I think the problem was the lead-in was just so ham-fisted. It was never going to go anywhere.
Ham-fisted, you say?
Approach with the grace of an orc coach, if ever.
Absolutely.
All of the grace of an orc doing a GFI right there.
Oh yeah.
Big wolf.
We are at a bit of a lull in the game, which is
He's going to put...
a bit of a lull in the game, also known as the first 10 turns.
I don't know, it was kind of exciting watching them scramble around, although it was rather depressing for the Bretts.
I was going to say, I'm not trying to take away from Motley. I think he's played this basically perfectly. When the only criticism is
Base cage.
you should have probably put a scoring threat down. When that's the only criticism, you've probably played really well. Like,
Yeah, if you have one turn, that's one action and one turn that's not right. That's pretty damn good.
but I mean, on the flip side, it is very much his team doing exactly what it was designed for, and apparently he's done this. This is Motley by numbers through the.
Is this a fireball time? I know a fireball's contentious.
I haven't seen a decent fireball this playoffs.
Well, look,
I want to
that's a
see a
five-man
decent
fireball.
fireball.
Yeah, and there's some valuable targets there.
I haven't
Yeah,
even really been pushing for people to fireball either, so...
I mean...
I feel like you might need a big fireball to try and turn this around.
That's... yeah. Do you do an offset fireball, don't you? You aim for the witch, the 3 blitzers, and the rookie liner.
Depends where
Yes.
he moves his guy, but yeah, I think so.
Basically, if he can bring down the rookie lineman, even if he's the only guy he brings down, he does have a 2 dice on the ball. Not anymore. Can we get a fireball? I think we do it. Just nuclear launch detected and just drop it.
There it is.
Yeah, fireball.
We got a ball.
Fine.
Oh, he got him.
Oh, he really got the ball. That's a fat pair of 6s. You can apple that.
He's
Actually, I think
he's
the fear of appling that is that you don't know what the rest of the fireball
Oh
is.
my goodness! Oh my goodness!
This is what he needed, boys!
Oh, what?
That's a strength bust!
That's an apple.
Saved.
That was why you saved the apple, wasn't it? You didn't know what else was going to happen. Is it going to get worse?
Scatter's decent too.
Scatter's decent. Oink?
Like, I haven't seen a bad fireball in so long. I'm convinced they no longer exist.
That was a
No,
good
there was
fireball. That was a good fireball.
That
It was
is
actually
a
a pretty bad
massive
one.
oink.
There was a bad one in
Thank you,
playoffs this week.
There's been
this
some
is
bad
like,
ones.
This is an easy way. 2-die, include it, and the ball. Normal tackle zones on it.
Was it a fireball or was it a giant pig's trotter just stamping on the field?
Winky
God,
Potter
that's-
locked up.
God, that's 2 big removals too. So this is that's not.
If
too bad
that
at all,
strength
but-
busted have stuck, he'd have been in a great spot.
Oh, that's awful. But more important, that's a guide out for the drive as well. So you wrap around the Mighty Blow one around. Well, even the normal one up top there. 2-die. The blood splits to guard. Yep, he's doing it now. So, it's fine.
Stuff.
Not a pal though.
Still fine.
Gets it off the ball, which is what matters. And he's got...
He's gonna push him into the peasant. So the peasant free. Yeah, if he finds a pal, the peasant's freed up, I guess.
I don't know if I like...
Something. And if he follows up, he gets to put guard on the loner.
Yes,
But
true.
it's a one dice, isn't it?
Currently, yeah.
Harry Trotter, surely.
Yeah, no. If you push okay, that's what I was gonna say. I'll probably use that guy to then blitz the loner after you push this.
Well, that's
guy away,
pow.
but-
Apro's gone as well, boys.
Oink! And this is Mighty Blow hit as well. What? Why are we putting... that? Oh, he's got a blitz. He's got a blitz. I was going to say, jeez, I forgot that he had a blitz, and I was like, that's a terrible decision, but it's not. It took out.
That's not good though. Now it's a 1-die because of the guard positions, unless you take the 2 dice. And you make the 2 dice sad that your recovery is pretty
No,
limited.
you can... yeah. That's yeah.
So
You
gotta-
could
and that requires...
swing the block around and peasant
not
the
right.
guard. But if
then
you
if-
don't
if
get a
we're knockdown-
knockdown, you put
Yeah,
another
it's
player
bad.
on the ball. It's all bad news.
He's gonna have to. He's gonna peasant block. Okay, so knocked down. He's
Oh,
fine.
gets him skillfully. Fat Tom.
It's fattest. You know, you guys are ahead of me, by the way. So, oink.
No power, but yeah, knocks him down.
Break as well. That stun is huge.
Oh yeah. Puts us on good angle too. Knockdown as well. He just pick the ball up after this and run back.
If this breaks as well,
Oh, he's got the ball. No, he's not. No, break. He's got the ball though.
you guys are so far ahead. Like, does he swing
So
round?
slow.
Yep, and then you swing the last one round to stop any shenanigans.
Yeah, the wizard has really swung this for Brakuli here.
God, yeah, just get. He got Gandalf, man. Damn.
That's right. It was Harry Plopper from the Simpsons movie. That's right. That's what it was.
Can we get this synced? No. I
Metal needs
can't
to stop
bring...
being so slow.
Whoever's streaming always ends up a couple of ticks behind.
Well, look, yeah. You know, the 2 of us here are synced. One of us is not.
It's because he's in behind time zone land.
Yeah, we're in the future.
No, that's the point
Well-
is because of the delay. It's
So,
the
that's it, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess take a second or something.
Just take a breath. Right. Do we just... are we okay with just falling back and elf screening, or do we not think Motley's going to do that?
I don't think if you do that, you're gonna lose more elves.
Well, he has...
But you're
you know
down-
what? It's took a wizard to remove any.
Yeah, and he did it in force, right? I mean, he's 2 players down, so if anything falls down, the fouls are coming out now.
Hello, Dob. You know what? I was really kind of laid back in my seat with my feet up, going, just kind of falling in this cast a little bit now because all we're doing is pushing around blodges, and I'm sat up in my seat now. Broccoli's got me into the game with that, and the wizard's got himself back into the game. I think. You have my attention, good sir. Do not squander it.
Because if this, yeah, he's now Broccoli. This plays OT. He's got rerolls. He's got the numbers. You don't force 2 turns. You don't force 2 touchdowns. You just ease it in for OT, and you You put all the onus on Motley. Do something
You
about
just ease it into your excess.
it. Yeah, ease it in.
Slip it right in there.
Old Francisco.
Paint me like your French ladies, Francisco. I don't know why. Just sounded good in my head.
I don't know why he's going after the Mighty Blow. It's done literally nothing this match.
Um,
Do something eventually.
I
Right?
think it's because he
Chain push.
gets a chain pusher player on the ball, and also just because it has done nothing doesn't mean it will continue to do nothing.
There you go.
The KO means it will
nothing.
continue to do nothing. Do we power up or that?
No,
Maybe?
not yet.
No, okay.
He's not that useful.
still a
for the
player
matchup.
up.
I don't know how you can say he's not that useful. He's one of the guard players.
He's the
Yeah,
only
but
Mighty
he's
Blow
not-
player.
Yeah, but he's not so useful to the point that you would.
Well, Mighty Blow only helps if you actually get knockdowns, which he hasn't really been doing. The guard is the key.
So what do you power up here? You power was the both Bloodstep Whites.
Any blitzer you power up.
Any Blitzer, even a rookie?
Their mobility, the block, it's just crucial.
Knight's a key to Bretonnian teams. This is going to go... I wouldn't fend here. I'd pull her into a 1 dice.
You
In a red die.
disengage.
Red die. Yeah, I'd have pulled her into a
That'd
red
be-
dice.
It wouldn't have been a red die if she goes right as a guard elf.
Yeah. Well, she'd have had to,
That's
though,
true,
is the
yeah.
point. And he doesn't want that player there because he's got that guy on the ball right now. And
This disengages
Wait,
the
he just
peasant,
splits you off.
peasant from the elves, and it keeps the blocker not marked up as well.
Oh, there's a pal. Got him.
Skillful pow. Oink.
Pick a breath! But, yeah, oink.
Metal, it's full on here. We can't take breaks for metal.
Sorry, I apologise.
Pal,
But you're already
Pal's-
upsetting the stream again.
When has stream ever done anything for me?
Wow. Wow. Is all I've got to say there.
Actually, I take that back because I somehow got nominated for a Nuffly this season, and I'm not quite sure how.
Which was it for?
He got-
What was it for?
He got broadcasters.
Streamer or something. It's like I put zero effort into my streams. I just rock up with OBS, and I'm like, eh.
That's what?
Pitchforks are being handed out in chat, guys.
Oh, whatever. It's not like I'm gonna win though. It's like it's gonna be like Self or someone, probably after he's kind of crazy.
I just hope
streaming and,
against hope it's not Crusader again. Like, he deserved it, and he's done a ton of streaming and stuff, and it's been awesome for the Big O and things. But I think it was when he just started waving the golden mic around and wouldn't shut up about it forever. Oink!
Another pal.
Take a breath, metal.
No, because I can be in sync with my stream, because I'm seeing what they're seeing.
I'm contractually
chastise
obliged to
you.
say Crusader for Golden Mike, so I can't say anything more than that.
Yeah.
He's in a really good spot, right, to be honest.
Oh, he's in a great
It's
spot, I
certainly
mean.
turn around.
I feel like he needs to get this guy a full movement, like mark this corner up here. Yeah, that's not bad.
No, I will say Self misses the kind of the pizzazz that is of the Big O streams. He's good. He's streaming in
I was going to say,
I like the
Arcade
pizzazz.
just wants me to be a fellow big wooden spoon owner, to be fair.
Yeah, the problem is there's so many worthy candidates that wouldn't spoon, like Superfed or Metal or Jimmy. So many.
I'm
think we all know
interested to
who's
see
winning.
what Jimmy
I think we
Fantastic's
all know who's winning that
response
one.
would be to winning the wooden spoon. I think that's my reasoning for that one. That's Pow. Is this guy gonna?
making challenges. Imagine making challenges and still getting nominated for.
That's just,
You know what? That's
Yeah, because you've got to wonder why the best team in Rebels in challenges, right? Like it's a big thing to say that you are the best team in Rebel, like on paper, especially when like
stupid because there's
teams
no
like
pro.
Bleeding Hippies, Chorfs exist, for example.
It's just a bit silly because like there's no way to prove what team is the best in Rebel. It's a completely stupid argument. Even the best team in the game can just lose a game to bad dice. Like it's and teams match up differently. It's just a nonsensical.
Rah-rah delves. Rah-rah-rah. Rah-rah-rah. I think Motley's in a spot of bother. He's just got to try and pressure this and force overtime.
Stop it, excess.
I mean,
Behave.
no. No, I didn't say it on stream. He's gonna base the ball here. At least try to.
I mean, that's what he's been doing all game, right? Just throw players at the ball and pressure.
But now Brooklyn, he's found how to power, but in turn, Motley's found how to break armor.
Yeah. I think Gerber's got a fair point that when rats exist, it's hard to be the best team in chaos.
He also doesn't have a ball carrier, or he didn't have one last time I checked.
He does.
A blitz on this witch elf into a push or better means he can still form a really good screen without even having to roll much in the way of dice.
Yeah, I mean, he still wants to make that 3+ dodge with what's it? No, Francisco.
Good old Francisco.
All reliable.
Yeah, too good. But I mean, you don't want to leave up a chance. Plus, if you're sitting on the sideline, you gotta get something to eventually, right?
Not if you put 2 peasants on there.
That's another power.
Oh, skill.
Another fat powers.
Oink.
Oink. Oink! Just a stun. But oink. The stuns are going to slow down Motley's defense as well, because, you know, if you stun a chasing player every turn, they're going to struggle to chase you.
Go Brits, go Brits.
You know what? I'm starting to root for the Brits now. I really like the way.
Molly must be thinking it's like, man, I'm not playing dwarves anymore. People don't have to hate me anymore.
You know what? I was really rooting for Motley after how well he played the first half. Other than putting a scoring threat up Motley. Grr, rar, grr, arg. Why are we marking? Okay.
Yeah, no, that's Dotnik's right. I'm surprised you didn't have it. Weren't picking the Brets there.
No, because I really, really, really liked how Motley played the first half. Motley got me instantly on side by being incredibly aggressive and just playing so well to just completely bog down and eventually defeat the Bretonian offense in its own half. I think that was fantastic. It was not the first time for the French have been invaded and beaten on a home field. Let's just say.
Is he still here, or is he still gone? Is he gone?
No,
was that too far? Did that cross a line?
Well, the Germans crossed the line, but
Jesus.
You know, right? When you see Warhammer Frog come in and support you, you know you've gone too far. I think that's like the litmus test.
he is the chaotic neutral of. Chaotic evil, maybe. I don't know. Probably evil.
But no, like I said, Motley genuinely played a great first half.
Oh, he did excellently. He did fantastic.
But I'm gonna point the finger at the fact that this wouldn't be a problem if he'd have thrown a scoring throw.
Well, possibly still a problem.
He was in a fairly good position to take the ball. He had the ball in hand, didn't drop the ball, and
still would have been a full-box pass.
Yeah. What? It wouldn't have been a 4+ pass. It depends how far up you throw the ball, but Jesus, it wouldn't have been a 4+.
You've got to be in range, right?
I think you're talking noggin nonsense right now.
Nah.
Yeah, I was definitively talking of Agincourt there. Good save, Marley.
Yeah, that was a fail if there ever was one.
I feel like if we talked about Amazon mirrors and Morley turns up, there's some kind of Beetlejuice situation going on there.
We talked about it like half an hour ago.
It takes a while.
Does it?
He needs to get synced up.
Yeah, he needs to hear the call, and then he needs to finish up what he's doing, turn his PC on, log into Twitch, come onto the... Yeah, it takes time.
30 minutes?
Make a cuppa. It depends what he was doing. Oh, I think you eat that. Oink?
You have to eat that. You can't. It's an OT format. You already burned it before.
Let's face it. Morley's the kind of guy that plays his on mirror to 24 turns. It's going to take him a while to get here. I think this is still a fairly easy stall. There's just simply not enough Dark Elves down here.
Yeah, no, if you just clear off the, push away the Blitzer and then you can form screen up.
Smug Brett's being smug.
Oh, that's such a good noise.
You know what's better, right? You know when High Elves get chinned, and their armor breaks and they go, ah! That's the best noise.
I just play teams that make funny noises.
You do, yeah. Whoa, what? Thank you, Peasant, for demonstrating the brilliant noises Bretonians are capable of.
Yeah, well, me and XS were playing a 1-minute league game, and we were on the call together, and I just kept flicking between the peasants, just so I got constantly spamming the peasants.
Me and Gerber both played Brett in our div, and when we played our Brett mirror in the div, we were both on voice, just going what at each other for the entire match.
No, it's turn 16. This is just like, don't be a dick. It's turn 16. He can't win. He just sits there for like 40 seconds, just going whoop whoop. And just constantly pushing back and forth.
I like that.
Come on, man.
I like that a lot. Yeah, good job, Swag.
You did dice me, so I was getting revenge.
You still killed half my team.
Yeah, no victory against me is clean or safe or easy. It's costly.
I don't want to make the follow-up to that I want to make to that, but okay. He's fine.
I set you up in everything metal, and this is how you repay.
So, Matt, that's pretty accurate right there.
I think you should have said it XS, by the way.
No, I was butchering.
Get contentious, man. Get contentious. No, the thing you PM'd me.
Be controversial.
No. If you're gonna PM me jokes, you just gotta.
Yeah, I mean, XS PM me. If XS PM me the same thing he PM'd you, then yeah, say it.
No, I PM middle first. No. I'll say that.
You know what? Right, I truly wish. I don't know what it needs to happen to get it done. I don't know. I might speak to Lumi, see if there's anything he can do. But I really wish like you could get like a little pop up in the top corner of your screen. Not for when I'm streaming, obviously, but like when I've been playing a lot of Path of Exile recently with Gerber, and it's brilliant because when someone like does an everyone tag or someone sends you a PM, because it's got the Discord overlay on the game, it comes up in the top corner like when you get a message and then like a little preview of the message. I wouldn't have it on when I was streaming, but I just when I play Blood Bowl, I really miss that overlay now.
Ooh. Don't wrestle that, I don't think.
No, you take this over.
And he does. Good decision. Didn't even get to blitz there, which is he could kind of not move any players and have a perfectly good stall. Yeah, but I normally have a stream on my second monitor, Darb.
So it's called a third monitor?
God, I just don't see myself being able to justify the missus buying a third monitor.
Don't buy it, like, just scrounge it out the landfill or something. Just go hunting.
Just put it as a rebel goal. Take Rebel Donations goal. Get Medal of third monitor.
Rebel, buy me a third monitor. Would. I like this.
Oh, you oinked him.
You oinked him. Oink.
Hello. We got him.
We really oinked him.
That was a good, solid oinking, that was.
Yeah, watch it next week.
MNG, yeah. Literally oinked him past next week. Week after, really.
So how did this happen? I feel like we just kind of...
You got Gandalf, man.
Oh, yeah. The Wizard of the Gods turned up and went, by the by, nuke.
Yeah. And, I mean, the Apo saved him from a strength plus, but,
a one dice oink! The most powerful of oinks. But why do you have 3 extra monitors standing around? Yeah, I reckon McNugget that I was thinking that and not saying it, but thanks for you know what, thanks for going all the way. Well done.
You always trust me not to go all the way.
I feel like I'm just gonna do this. Boink.
The amount of crap that Norn talks, he's so nice when he messages you.
Yeah, because he only ever messages you or when he wants something.
So he's just like, oh, thanks for doing the recaps of my div, and then he talks to me in the stream.
Yeah, of course.
He's gotta keep his public face going on, man.
No, you can't. Okay. It's a one-dice oink called a Francisco oink.
I know it's out west.
I think it's called a... Do anyone know what the Lagos reference is about? Because there's a lot of, like, dudes called Lagos on this team. No, there was at least two. Like, yeah, it's Lagos the lineman, Lagos the peasant.
Oh, F.
I don't think that was a category.
Yeah, that's our best streamer. How's you covered on that?
Whether it was or wasn't, he didn't vote for you anyway. He just wants you to know that you didn't get...
It's like, I was like, that wasn't an option. I didn't vote for you anyway, man.
Worthy of note, McNugget, no one even nominated, from either of our recap divs, even nominated our incredible recaps for that broadcaster of the season. We need to have words with 5A. I even set up a competition where they could win stuff. And they're trying to... I'm not saying I'm trying to buy their love, but I kind of...
Yeah,
it doesn't work, so that's why I'm not trying to do it.
Stuff.
Technically, I got a second nomination because I'm part of the clan admin team, so... I got 2 nominations, technically, even though I've only doing it for like a round.
Yeah, to be fair, you can't beat Dreamify when it comes to quality of recappage. He's absolutely nailed that. No, he didn't create a bot to do it. He created the bot to find highlights. I don't know how that works, but it's incredible. Yeah, no, I saw that, Zeke, and I was like, okay, are you going to pay for it?
Coding is like arcane wizardry. Like, I'm convinced they're wizards, people who code.
Zod's recaps were also incredible.
Oink. Double oink.
Fat pair of oinkers. That could be anything we're talking about right now.
I'm just still surprised it's going to OT. I know.
This is solidly going to OT because he's not even got a one-turn threat because it's his drive. And if that wrestle dodge lineman doesn't wake up, Motley could be in a world of hurt. I mean, yeah, sure, Broccoli's also got a really key player out who he needs to wake up as well. But even if his doesn't, he'll still be on 11 players.
Barring, say, like, catastrophe this turn. I mean, but at that point, he's power up with it, right?
Wow.
Well, that's harsh.
Well, I haven't seen Bacon in a while, actually, so it might explain where he's gone.
He's made it to challenges.
No, I know he has. I was talking to him, I think, last week about it, and he's just gone radio silent. So.
But I have to say, he has been quieter than usual, and that's saying something, because Viking Cop's quite a loud dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a bit of a loose unit.
Bit of a loose
and you
unit.
you need a couple loose units.
You know what? There's a world where Motley can still stop this. If he can get this peasant down and then just infiltrate a bunch of Dark Elves in front of the Brett, it could be a real problem.
But then he can just hand off to another blitzer.
I mean, you can't say he can just, because that's still a 1 in 9 chance to just not win the game.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
Or not to lose the game, even. Not to not win, but to lose. But yeah.
But that's potentially to have the right to lose later on in kicks.
It's not going to kicks. Please don't make me sit through more of...
It's going to kicks, boys!
Go to kicks.
There's still a lot of blodgers left on this team. I don't know if I can keep oinking for another 8 turns into kicks. I wonder how much nonsense I have to talk before the missus decides she's made a mistake in saying she'll marry me.
Just tell her REBBL is binding.
Yeah, I will happily oink every time a kick goes over the bar. Yeah, that's fine.
If you do that, it'd be like a 6-7 victory or something like that. Just for the kicks. Yeah, so we're not doing the peasant blitz. He's just gonna let it happen.
Yeah, he's just punching dudes.
Oh, not Lagos, do Lagos.
Okay,
I think this might be a power up.
I think you've got to apple
that's
this
an
no
apple.
matter what the result is.
100% happy with that.
It's
He
gone
let
into
it go.
overtime, so I don't like letting that go at all. I feel like that was...
Oh man, that's.
I think he's worried about team preservation, but I think this is the wrong time to worry about
Yeah,
team
but
preservation.
now he's KOs and come back. He's 2 down.
No, he's 1 down if his KO doesn't come back.
No, because he got the send off as well.
Yeah. Send off from 1... Oh, no, that's 1 down. He's got 2 bench. Appling a KO in overtime is a thing to consider, but... Kino!
Yeah, I guess power up. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, right?
We'll see how it goes. Dark Elf comes back. That's huge for Motley. He needed that. Does this KO come back?
Absolutely
This is important.
massive.
What an absolute result. We need
That's both.
So who won the toss?
the toss. Both teams desperate for this result right now.
Ooh, what's a spicy result?
That's
I get the... I haven't seen it yet, but I guess that's gone to the breath. It's gone to the breaths. Oink.
That's an oink.
That'll be an oink for me, Bob.
That's a big oink.
Oh, I'm quite enjoying this. You know what? I was like, is this going to be interesting? It's a bit of a mid-card... This is one of those, like, mid-card matches, right? Even with Motley involved. Because...
Well, Motley's is Roy, right? Yeah, I mean, Broccoli is a bit of an unknown to me, at least personally. I know, because I've known Motley.
But I'm actually kind of, like, enjoying where this match has gone. I thought it was kind of over when Motley got away with... When Motley got the touchdown early, and... Broccoli's done really well to keep his head in it. It could be so easy to just tilt off the face of the planet, right?
Oh, yeah, he kept saying so it would have been easier to burn the wizard early on, it would have been easier just to get...
Burn rerolls, fishing for pals.
Yeah. No, he's kept his head, kept his composure.
3 rerolls into OT, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he didn't burn a single one. He just said, yes, okay then. And Motley, considering he burned his on his LOS blocks when he had the 1 die into 1 die. That had to reroll. Just if you got guard, what's the thing? And big news is the Bloodstep's out. Bloodstep fan, the most annoying piece that Motley has out of the game.
That's okay. That's interesting information. Thank you, Dr. Nick. Apparently, Broccoli is one of the bigwigs at OCC.
Ah, there you go.
When he watches this back, I meant zero offense calling you a mid card match, but I think it was just in terms of hype. I mean, this one didn't have a recap of covering it till an hour ago, which I think tells you how many people knew that much about either team.
A streamer, perhaps?
Yeah, whatever. You know what I meant. You knew what I meant. You knew what I meant. And I was rushing around going, can anyone cover? Can anyone cover? And I was like, you know what? Alright, I'll do it. Got this one, boys. You're fine.
OCC is a mid-card league. You're nothing but a second-rate coach with a third-rate team.
Damn.
Oof. That's a spicy meme, I like that one.
High catches for that.
Hey! Three high kicks.
Stop
These...
sending me memes. Stop sending me comments and actually throw the shade.
Hey, Swag.
No,
Swag. Swag. Catch the thing.
Go through it.
Francisco with the sure hands of the sky.
Did you almost mess up Francisco again? Francisco?
No. He was Francisco this time.
I took the push, no, both down the foul. Shame.
No, I agree with that in overtime, to be honest. You don't want to remove your own players for your opponent.
He's got a number advantage.
Yeah, well, but that's a good way to not have the numbers advantage. By randomly fouling stuff.
It's not randomly fouling, it's a valuable piece.
It's targeted.
Yeah, exactly it.
X. For doubt.
X to doubt.
Oh, oink.
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 Gone too.
And it's a mighty blow, and it's RV7. Oh, oink!
That's an oink.
That's an oink for me, Bob.
Massive removal.
That's a massive oink. The biggest of oinks.
Yeah, Mighty Blow's out the game.
That's not just Mighty Blow, that's a witch. That's a really good player. Oink for doubt.
So do you found now?
I start to consider. You know what?
Up?
I really start to consider it now. Yeah.
Your 3 players up. I mean, even a stun works. That's a guard piece.
You make your cage over on this the Dark Elves left side, right? You run a peasant next to that guy, and then you wrap. It's not a 1-assist foul because you wrap Fat Tom round and foul from the other side of him, so you get 2 assists.
Fat Tom's coming around.
No, he's playing it safe.
He might still put the boot in. He's not putting the assist in, but he might still put a 1-assist foul in that.
Oh, here comes that boot.
I think that's foul. Yeah, I like it.
Style points.
Coming from downtown, bit of speed on the foul.
Ooh, someone's pinged Blood Bowl Evans for a Clan League match.
That's a small oink. Oh my god. Can someone... Who wants to nuke this guy? Who wants to end this guy's entire career?
I don't play Clan anymore. Why am I still a Clan admin? I'm still an admin here.
Are you an admin that plays in Clan?
I don't play in Clan anymore.
I don't know then. I don't know. Did you ask for it to be removed? Did you remove... You know what? Given you can remove the role yourself because Clan admin is below admin...
I was unaware of that. I'm perhaps just lazy.
Why do you think it comes up as blue and not turquoise?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, double skulls. Oh!
Oh, that's a quad skull.
Oh!
That's a big oink from me.
The oinks are overwhelming. They're too powerful.
Is that how you lose a Challenger Cup game?
Is that how you lose this game as Motley? You...
Oh my god.
Not...
That feels so bad.
Kurisu, what an absolute oink.
There's nothing stopping, like, what? It's going to be a massive migration here. 8 players, 3. Yeah.
He can just form a big-ass cage in the center of
He
the
can
field.
cage so close to the end zone that he can just run it in next turn and there's nothing the Dark Elves can do about it.
He's going to form a new LOA. He's going to set up his offensive setup in the back, in the defensive half now. Like, what stops that?
I think this is just Motley losing. That quad skull was the worst timed.
It just feels so bad, like...
The power of the oinks, it's overwhelming.
Did we do this with such... Oh...
We willed it into reality.
At which point does this become a boink?
When he... Oh, no, you don't block first. You just saw quad skulls.
Yeah, that's a pow, though.
What's the... That's an oink. Method.
That's an oink.
Look, let's go.
I don't feel like he can entirely secure this cage.
He should have gone. He should have committed.
You should have just taken so much territory. What are you doing?
What?
I feel like this is a mistake. I feel like this is...
Yeah, there was so much just territory you could have just taken and controlled.
This gives Motley a chance. A very slim chance, but a chance.
Like, all these players where his ball is, that could be on the logo right now.
Yeah, he could have occupied.
He would be in Mockley's home base.
That's a gift. So I'm gonna let it. This is going to kick based off that result.
Just off that. That's another oink. Big Patrick doing the big oink.
You keep fouling here.
Yeah, there's no reason to not foul one of these blodge tackle players.
Now you have 2 assists foul.
Yeah, you just put the boot in.
There it is. Yeah, it becomes a boink when he bounces Motley out. Oh, you're quicker than me, man. Jeez.
Lagos from Lagos has just earned his value right there. Boom. Huge removal. This is...
Down to 7 now.
I just don't think this is doable anymore.
Yeah, this is grim.
Still disappointed you just did not take all that potential space.
There is a world, though, where this loner could be an absolute hero. If he can one dice knock down Anselm de Gizoru. Gizero, maybe? Well, hello. Oh, it's a stun.
Just a stun.
Yeah, mark this Fat Tom, one dice Anselm, and then you can one dice blitz the ball. which I don't think you should be being given 5+ into a 6+ to bring down the ball. I mean, it's bad odds, but
What's he going for? He's gonna try. That's gonna tie more piece up that mess.
You could have just secured such a strong position to score next turn.
Like, yeah, this.
I feel like at this point, this is him just Motley just waving up the white flag, as it were.
You could have gone. That's such a.
We could just. You see where that guard elf is? He could have an entire cage there.
I would have put it. I would have not put it quite that central because that would have allowed Motley's right flank to get into it. I would have put it on top of where this witch elf is, to be honest.
Like, with no sidestep on the pitch.
I'd have blitzed this Lorna, not the rookie, and I'd have taken this where this witch elf is. Would have been where I'd have set up the ball.
Yep, and at that point,
he could have just had a
3 players.
Position.
Yeah, you have 3 players to stop me. If you don't base the ball, I'm gonna blitz you off and I'm gonna run it in because I'm moving 7 and what have you.
It has to be said, right, James Typhoon. I know it's one of those kind of... It's an overused, hackneyed phrase, but this really, truly has been a game of 2 halves.
Yeah, it swung like... it was looking pretty dire after the first half, Motley scored after a really well...
As a caster, I really hate using that as well, because it is hackneyed as hell, but it really has been a game of 2 halves.
Yeah, and then second half comes out, blitz into a Gandalf of a fireball into this. It just the floodgates opened, the powers started rolling, and just sorted out very nicely.
It's a brave first block throw, but it does let him blitz through down the.
He's got it every now.
I think he's committed to just the sideline. He's running down the sideline home.
Oh god.
Big damage. MG on alignment, but not really. I think there was a strength bust avoided from the admin.
I kind of feel like James is asking more for the win. No, because James is in this. James is a playoff coach. He's really slow rolling this now, isn't he? I feel like going too slow might
he's giving the Dark Elves time to recover.
Yeah.
That double skull is basically inconsequential at this point. I mean, he's not completely.
The quad skulls, man. It's going to kicks.
Like, he's been able to kind of get a lot of his team back into relevant spots.
Yeah, his entire team was irrelevant. That's an oink. Oh, baby, is that it's a decent size oink. It's a moderate oink.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was just going to go, look, there's only 7 elements, but they can all get in your way.
I mean, I don't know if they can do enough, but the fact that they have a chance...
Well, the game should be done by now, in my humble opinion.
If he'd have just played super, I think he's going to kick himself. If he watches, especially if he watches back the cast, he's going to kick himself for not just going aggro and having scored this turn, because he could have scored last turn.
God, frenzy hits against witch elf hits against peasants feel bad sometimes. Just the fend.
Yeah, no.
The fend not fend dynamic is just it's hard to balance sometimes.
Loving challenge so far. The sheer volume of games being it's not just the sheer volume, right? People have came to play in challenges. Like it's something that was a more common concern for say play-ins last time was when coaches were like jockeying to let the other guy win, but make it look like they were playing because they didn't want to go on to play whoever they were due to play in playoffs or whatever. And Challenges has had none of that. Challenges coaches have been going all out against each other, and it's been really good.
If a challenge coach, you hit a player, you have to roll your team, right?
But not just play. I mean, they've actually, we've not been seeing like soft concedes unless it's been utterly untenable. We've been seeing coaches going all out to try and win the games, and I think that's fantastic. Really enjoyed seeing that. Because obviously there's such a meaningful reward being able to go up to a much higher division and play for more playoff spots next seasons.
And all those top tiers are playing for their pride, saying, look, we just missed by us, but we're still good.
Mm-hmm. No, Challenges has worked so far. I think it's done what we wanted it to do, and I'm only going to look forward more to the further they go into it. And I think there's a lot more pride than people were claiming to just being able to say I won Challenges. Like, whoever wins, I think that's a big scalp.
Yeah, I was the best of the rest. That's because a lot of teams you cover.
Yeah, you've still got to win 6 straight games against some of the best.
The Breds have pigeoned themselves into a corner and then not gone hard enough at this narrow play field that they've just kind of let the Elves box him in.
I feel like they're going to switch the player back into the centre now. We're going to see a
yes, but he shouldn't
switch.
have to switch the play. This is dice that he shouldn't be rolling.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying
This is how you lose. This is how you lose players.
this is how you lose.
This is how you lose games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, are we going to see, you know, lose to 7 elves after so much hard work getting back in the game? Where it's the game for all money looked lost. It's going to be a big foul.
Morally, I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just saying I'm glad how it's turned out. Like, to be honest. Are we going with a peasant blitz? No, we're not.
That's not how you. What? Both down works, I guess, but that's not how you.
Both down
something
works,
like
you can
cage.
bring.
He can then bring the knight in, and then he can foul that guy. Two to three assist fouls, super easy.
Yeah.
He needs to bring the other knight round and cover up the corner. 'Cause there's that elf on the...
You know what? You jest, but I've seen people doing similar.
No.
Does he hate Motley's elves personally? I feel like after having had to play the first half against them, he might.
He's going for what? He's going for the guard.
Yeah, I like that. I like this foul a lot.
Oh, that's worth. That is so worth.
Yeah, that's a good try.
Yeah, brilliant. That guy's dead. It's as good as dead.
So yeah, it's carry for a send off. You know, alright then. That's his last. You know, blitz of guard. Second last.
It's his last tackle is the bigger key.
Yeah,
Both his tackle players have
Actually,
been
yeah,
fouled
they-
off.
Now you know how I feel, Dark Elves.
Oh, now you have to roll the powers too.
So come on, I'll just rush you. Don't worry.
Does he not know it's golden goal, I guess?
I mean, I would assume if you run one of the other biggest Blood Bowl leagues in the business, you know how overtime works.
He's gonna be real surprised when he runs on turn 24 that Motley doesn't get a turn. So we're down to 6 elves.
No, I agree that a lot of people aren't familiar with overtime, but I would also argue that if you run one of the biggest leagues in the business, you should probably know how overtime works.
Jeez, that's a quote. Oh,
Yeah, that is certainly a quote. Where did that one come from, Metal?
Dead Space 2.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was waiting for to see the 6+ into the double power uphill. Turn this game on its head.
I think he just tried it.
Oh,
No,
that's
he tried.
quite
He
well.
tried it right. Yeah.
Yeah, that. He was going for the uphill wrestle or power.
Well, he's naked
Sorry.
anyway, so...
So if this is a pitch, if this is
Just
pitch
a random
that you're just
person. If you PM me your team name, I can process it after
Oink.
this game. Oink.
He's gonna run back to the left, isn't he?
He's going to run back to the left.
Yeah,
Probably
I'll
blitz
take
the
Don't run
Witch
back to
Elf.
the left. Don't run back to the left. You got bogged down there before.
I think
Yeah, but
the
you can
dream there,
bring us up
Gunnarside,
so-
was putting the ball on the floor and making the Brett roll a 3+ again.
For 3 turns. He knows how. He knows how. He knows how hard it is a GFI. He knows how hard it is. That
Why
could have
did
been
you
really bad,
GFI?
actually.
Oh.
That could have been disastrous.
You just need to clear him off. You didn't need to hit it with Mighty Blow.
Yeah,
But now
I
you can
think...
just run through this gap here in a really strong position.
Yeah, I just don't think there's anything Motley's got left in the tank now. I think it's time to just stay down.
Always play for the win medal. Go for that crazy play. Especially in playoffs or challenges. Like, it's... What? You're trying to preserve your team for what? Like,
For next
you're not
season,
winning
because
stuff.
the whole reward from placing in challenges is getting a better
Nah,
seed
you're gonna
next
win
season.
everything, medal.
Not a foul coming in.
Medal, always play for the win.
Oh, these fouls no have been just killing him.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Quite literally, in some of these cases. That's another MNG. Motley's first game of the season is going to suck.
Oh yeah. Wasn't he a 2 MGs? Now he's very much outguarded.
Runs into Chorfs or something.
Oh yeah.
So only 2 MNGs, says success. Choffs.
Oh, if you're playing shorts first up, it doesn't matter how many GG you got. The game's gonna suck.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it is true.
4+4+ right
Yeah.
now, yeah.
You're right. Yeah, you just click wrestler, click ball, and you go, okay. You know, take the wheel, Nuffle.
Oh, just fail a GFI.
Oh, Nuffle did take the wheel.
Nuffle's had enough. Oh.
Nuffle said,
Oh god.
Nuffle's gone, nope.
Why?
Nuffle goes oink.
Just
they go
run it
oink.
in. Just run it in.
Oink. This is now. This is where we find out if he does know how overtime works. If he runs in or not.
Foul.
Please just run it in.
Take a
No,
blitz.
it's
You
foul.
can probably take a blitz first.
No power foul.
I'd take a blitz
have
first.
You have the
Turn-
win.
I'd take the
Turn
blocks.
to win.
I'd take the blocks in the blitz because there's SPP, right?
Of course, but
You have.
it
the
gives you
win.
more SP playing next week.
Yeah, but if you take more SPP into
Oink.
next week, oink.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Can't be killed. Killed. Yeah, and that's
Oink!
That is a colossal oink.
The largest of oinks.
That is a huge oink.
And that was
This
a
game is-
really teeny oink.
He has made some pacts with some evil deity, trading all the non-powers in the first half for like second half an OT. Oh my god!
James is late to the party and doesn't understand the oinks. He doesn't know the 3 oinks.
That oink was an experience.
Sorry, I was a Demolition Man. Cool.
Uh,
I don't know if Strike-Tusk's too young for Demolition Man.
Oh, he's not running it in. Come on.
He's maximizing SPP.
Can someone message him and go, it's golden goal?
Oh, thank God.
Oh, he runs it in.
I think maybe he stopped to say GG, well played.
Yeah, from Francisco with love.
Oh, it's Francisco as well. No!
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was, to be fair, the bad witch. So that's okay, but...
It's still like a final kick in the balls, really.
Yeah, it was last ditch hoof in the nuts.
Well, look,
Oink to the petard.
Well, you know what the great news is from here? Next week, we get to cast more oinking.
Yes, we do.
The oinking part.
Braculi, what a game. What a game. Yeah, that was a game of two halves.
Look, but truly, man, look, your first half, man, you must be either,
Motley's around as
Chevy
well. Hello,
patience.
boys.
or you must be, like, stressed out the max, but that was, yeah, Molly, rough second half, man. Look, tale 2 halves, right?
Yeah, Gandalf said no.
That wizard.
That wizard was filth. It was so good.
Pretty like a broom. I have to say, right, Brocky, my only criticism really was in the overtime. You had a great spot to just hoof it deep into their half, and basically secure a touchdown like 2 or 3 turns earlier, and that was about my only criticism of your entire gameplay. I don't know if you guys can find anything other than that, but otherwise, I'd say he did really well to keep his head in the game after that first half. Because I'd have been thrown. I think I'd have thrown my monitor out the screen, out the window. To be fair, I mean,
Yeah.
I would be like halfway
There's
through
some,
this doing.
there's some like minor one-off blocks that you can maybe think of, were like, but it's like really minor stuff that is not real. Like anyone can make those mistakes. It's not really worth pointing out.
but yeah, Motley. On the flip side, Motley, that first half was so incredibly well played, mate. That was such a good play. The only criticism, Motley, and I'm going to give that to you because I've just given one to Braculi, was that if on like turn 7 you'd have put a player down into touchdown range, you might have been able to win this 2-0 off of the first half. That would be my only criticism. Otherwise,
we
it
went
was
full oinks.
it was a yeah. It's a little bit silly, Broccoli. I'm sure you'll chuckle because it was a little bit silly. Yeah, I can run Joff. I can totally show the SPP again. There you go. Decent amount of
That's
it.
good haul. Yeah.
Good all. Especially because it's almost entirely on other than Lagos the peasant, who was obviously a peasant.
Well, there's Francisco excess free SVP.
He won the game. He was the one with the touchdown at the
No,
end.
it's a match for that, man. Yeah.
Also, you'll catch XS being completely unable to pronounce French names.
No, I just It's a good while ahead at that point.
But yeah, thank you to both Swagtusk and XS for the cast, boys. I enjoyed that.
Pleasure.
I think, have we got
Give
our
me
way?
something.
We've got a gap. There's no games for like an hour. Or for 50 minutes. Didn't put any next to the ball, was quite nice. Yeah, there was that. Lozra's over the post loss. Yeah, Lozra, that was a bit of a crushing loss towards the end. You know what? Shall we just send a host to Mr. T-Self, who is currently playing some Imperium. So we'll go and raid him. And remember, right, when you get into T-Self's chat, for no reason whatsoever, a propos of nothing, just oink at T-Self. Okay?
Oink at him.
Just oink at him. Just throw oinks in T-Self's chat, right? And just don't explain it. Just do it. It'll be funny. I promise. Otherwise,
We're person starting in 20 minutes actually.
thank you to both of you. It shouldn't be 20 minutes unless it's wrong on the calendar. I'll speak to him in a moment. Yeah. Oink at T-Self. Thank you both for the cast. Thank you both for watching. You are quality people, and I love you all. You all stay classy now, yeah? And we'll see you next Playoffcast. I wonder how many people are going to oink when we get there.
I don't know.
I hope there's...
There's one. There's two.
Oh my god, that is a...
There's four. But...
Yes.
Yes.
How's it going, guys?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're just playing some Imperium here.
What is Self listening to? Holy moly.
Sounds like something had like Zelda or something.